Some women love like a whisper. Lamb Tuesday loved like a hurricane, like wildfire, like the entire city had to be painted red just to keep one man. She would empty a 5-liter bucket of crimson paint over any woman who dared smile at him. Smash a 2 billion supercar windshield at 3 a.m. Make the whole world tremble just to hear him say, "You're the only one I have." Then one day she forgot everything. Forgot that she had once loved him so madly it nearly destroyed them both. And that was the exact day the man who had always been cold as ice finally realized. Losing the most terrifyingly jealous wife in the city hurts far more than living with her for the rest of his life. This is the story of a wife once feared as the crazy one by an entire city, and a husband who had to watch her forget him to finally understand how deeply he had always loved her. "Madam, I just saw Miss Tan-nak come to the company looking for Director Luke. She even brought him food. Is she after my husband again?" "Yes, it seems she really has designs on Director Luke. If you don't do something, madam, I fear I might just head over there myself. I already warned her, but she still brazenly flirts with my husband right here at the company. That's it. Today she'll know who she's messing with." Then, a very fierce and dramatic scene of jealous rage unfolded. The woman burst into the office, a bucket of red paint in her hand. Without a word, she walked over and dumped the entire bucket of red paint on the head of the woman sitting in her husband's office, to the horror of those around her. "You dare flirt with my husband? Today, I'll kill you." The girl struggled and screamed, the paint turning her red from head to toe, making her look like a red statue. "Anton, help me. Please help me. You dare call my husband by his first name? Have you got a death wish?" The wife then began hitting the girl repeatedly over the head with the bucket, cursing her non-stop. "You shameless hussy, trying to steal my husband. Today is your unlucky day. It hurts. Help me, Anton, save me. Here's some help for you." And some more. The scene of the director's wife's jealous fury was so intense that no one dared to intervene. It wasn't the first time they'd witnessed such a spectacle, because Director Luke's wife was a frequent visitor to the company, ready to create a scene whenever a woman got too close to her husband. They knew another dramatic showdown was imminent. Director Luke arrived back at the office to find everyone in a state of chaos. He immediately asked, "What's all the commotion about?" One of the female employees hurriedly said, "Director Luke, thank goodness you're back. You need to go and stop your wife. She's attacking Miss Tan-nak in your office." "Good heavens! Why isn't anyone stopping her?" "We can't." Director Luke quickly rushed to his office, where he was met with a horrifying sight. His wife was beating Tan-nak, one of his clients. Red paint was splattered all over the room, and Tan-nak was covered in red paint from head to toe. Director Luke, enraged by his wife's jealous antics, bellowed, "Stop it! Right now!" The girl, seeing him, immediately ran to him, pleading, "Anton, help me, please." Director Luke picked her up, saying, "I'm taking you to the hospital." His wife screamed, "Luke Tan, how dare you carry her? Don't you consider me your wife? Can't you just stop this nonsense? What did Tan-nak do to you? Why are you attacking her like this? I'm so tired of you. Let's get a divorce." "You're divorcing me because of her?" "Yes, I want a divorce. I can't live with a selfish, domineering, jealous woman like you any longer. Let's get a divorce." With that, Director Luke carried the girl out of the office, leaving his wife standing in the room, stunned. Her husband was siding with another woman and wanted to divorce her. Tears streamed down her face as her legs gave way beneath her. "Luke Tan, why are you treating me like this? Why?" That evening, Luke Tan returned home and threw the divorce papers at her, coldly stating, "Sign them. Even though you came to me with nothing, I'll still give you half of my assets. Consider it compensation for the past year. Read it carefully and sign." "No, I won't sign. I won't get a divorce. I don't agree to a divorce." "Haven't you caused enough trouble? Being with you for the past year has been exhausting. In just one short year, you've caused so much trouble, and you never consider the right or wrong of things. As soon as you see a woman next to me, you fly into a jealous rage. You beat people so badly that they end up in the hospital, causing me material and reputational damage. You always make trouble, and I'm always the one who has to clean up your mess. You never think about my feelings. I'm so tired of you. Let's get divorced and set each other free. I won't get a divorce. I hit her because she was flirting with you. I don't like her calling you by your first name so intimately. I don't like her being near you. I don't like her texting you. Enough. She's my client and the younger sister of a friend. She came to me to discuss business. But you ruined everything and caused me to compensate her even more. How many times have I told you? Why can't you understand? She has designs on you. What designs? For the past 3 years, I've only considered her a younger sister. If I had feelings for her, why would I have married you? But she has designs on you. Otherwise, she wouldn't have texted you in the middle of the night. Enough, sign the divorce papers, don't say anymore. It's useless. I won't sign, I won't get a divorce. At that moment, the phone rang. Director Luke sighed and answered, "Hello. Director Luke, you need to come to the hospital. Miss Tannak is demanding to report your wife to the police." "Alright, I'll be right there." Director Luke headed out, and his wife screamed, "Are you going to see her again? How can you be so heartless?" In a fit of anger, she threw a slipper at his head. He was furious, but didn't want to say anything more to her, and simply left. He knew her temper well. The more he tried to explain, the worse she would get. She never trusted him. How many times had they argued like this in the past year? And every time he tried to dismiss it, she would just get angrier and scream even louder. "You heartless bastard. You're leaving me to go find her? She calls you and you come running? You damn bastard. I hate you." The woman's name was Lamb Tuesday. She was 25 years old. She was married to Luke Tan, a handsome, talented, and incredibly wealthy man. He was the director of a large international electronics corporation, while she was just an ordinary person. She and Luke Tan were in an arranged marriage. Her mother and his mother had been close friends since childhood, and the two families were very close, so their mothers had arranged the marriage between her and Luke Tan. Initially, he didn't agree, but one night, after they had both been drinking, they ended up sleeping together. So, he agreed to marry her out of responsibility and because of the promise between the two families. She was overjoyed. She had secretly liked him for a long time. Becoming his wife had been her dream for so long. However, after the marriage, Lamb Tuesday and Luke Tan's life together was not happy. Luke Tan was busy with work all day. He left early and came home late, and he often went on business trips, so he didn't have time to pay attention to his wife. In part because it was an arranged marriage, he didn't have much affection for his wife. As for Lamb Tuesday, after the marriage, she stayed at home and didn't work anymore. Because her mother-in-law wanted her to stay home and rest so she could prepare to have a grandson for her. She said that her family didn't lack money, so she didn't want her daughter-in-law to work hard. She just wanted her to stay home, eat, and enjoy herself, and then have a grandson for her to hold. But Luke Tan left early and came home late. He was cold to Lamb Tuesday, which made her extremely worried and insecure. Because she loved him so much, she was always jealous for no reason. She was always worried. She was afraid that he would go out and have an affair. She was afraid that someone would steal him away, so she controlled him so tightly that he felt uncomfortable. She was jealous of all the women around him, including the female employees and female clients at his company. As soon as she saw a girl call or text him, she would fly into a jealous rage and make a scene, causing him to lose face. If she heard someone call her husband intimately, she was ready to fight them. She even installed location tracking on his phone and car. She controlled him so tightly that as soon as he glanced at another girl, she would go and warn her. In just 1 year of marriage, Lamb Tuesday had gone to break up affairs 16 times. Every time, Luke Tan had to step in and clean up after her. The peak came during her 17th attempt to break up an affair. Luke Tan had to take the victim to the hospital and pay all of her medical expenses. Not to mention, the victim this time was Tan Nak, an acquaintance of his. Tan Nak even demanded to report Lamb Tuesday to the police and sue her. So Luke Tan stepped in to negotiate with Tan Nak, so that Tan Nak wouldn't sue Lamb Tuesday. He would help Lamb Tuesday one last time before they divorced. Tan Nak was the younger sister of an acquaintance, a friend of Luke Tan. The two of them were also familiar with each other because Luke Tan often went to his friend's house and met Tan Nak. This time, Lamb Tuesday had gone too far, causing Tan Nak to be seriously injured. He took her to the hospital and paid all of her medical expenses. Luke Tan carried a basket of fruit into Tan Nak's hospital room to visit her. Tan Nak, Tan, how are you feeling? Is your head still hurting? My head still hurts a lot. It's throbbing. I'm sorry. I apologize on behalf of Lamb Tuesday. Tan Nak said unhappily. She beat me like this, and she's not even here to apologize. And you're apologizing for her? I promise this won't happen again. Please let it go this time. No way. I'm going to report her to the police and sue her. I want her to pay the price. I've already compensated you with 500 million. Tan Nak gave up on this matter. Tan Nak laughed and said, Luke Tan, what's wrong with you? She's caused trouble for you time and time again, making you lose face in front of so many people. She's selfish, mean, and blindly jealous. Why are you still cleaning up her messes? Because she's my wife. I'm just helping her out one last time. Just this one last time? Could it be that you and she are about to divorce? That's my personal matter, and I don't want to talk about it. Please let this go, Tan Nak. I promise this won't happen again. Tan Nak sighed and said, All right, I'll give you face, but there won't be a next time. Yeah, there definitely won't be a next time. That evening, Luke Tan returned home late. As soon as he opened the door and walked into the house, he saw Lamb Tuesday sitting and crying in the living room. The divorce papers were on the table, and she still hadn't signed them. He was too tired that day, so he didn't want to argue with Lamb Tuesday anymore. He sighed and went to his room. Lamb Tuesday's eyes were swollen from crying. When she saw that he didn't care about her, she flew into a rage. Luke Tan, why are you only coming back now? Did you sleep with her, is that it? Luke Tan was already tired, and when he heard Lamb Tuesday say those hurtful words, he got angry. Shut up! If you can't say anything nice, then don't say anything at all. Tell me, did you sleep with her or not? Why don't you dare to admit it? You coward! Luke Tan was too tired of his wife's unfounded jealousy. He didn't want to say anything more, so he went to his room. Lamb Tuesday was even more convinced that her thoughts were real. She wailed and cried loudly throughout the house. Luke Tan went to his room to grab some clothes and take a shower. He had to run back and forth too many times that day. He had a lot of work, and he also had to run to the hospital to take care of Tan Nak's problems. And as soon as he got home, Lamb Tuesday blamed him, assuming that he went to sleep with Tan Nak and came home late. He was too tired. He wanted to divorce Lamb Tuesday to end these tiring days. After showering, Luke Tan went to bed. Because he was so tired, he fell asleep as soon as he lay down. He only woke up with a start when he heard a noise. The noise was coming from the bathroom. He turned back to look at his side, but didn't see Lamb Tuesday anywhere. He was afraid that Lamb Tuesday was thinking of doing something rash, so he hurried towards the bathroom. But Lamb Tuesday wasn't thinking of doing something rash. She was checking his underwear to see if he had slept with another woman. This made him very dissatisfied. All of the frustrations he had been suppressing for so long just welled up. He pushed open the door and angrily asked Lamb Tuesday, Lamb Tuesday, what are you doing? Lamb Tuesday immediately held up his underwear in front of him. You slept with her, didn't you? Are you crazy? I didn't sleep with her. What proof do you have to say that I slept with her? Because of this strange stain on your underwear. You're still arguing? What strange stain? This discolored stain. Do you have anything to explain? You're crazy. I don't want to live with you anymore. Let's get a divorce. Hurry up and get a divorce. She threw his underwear at him. Before he could say anything, she slapped him hard across the face. You're a bastard. You betrayed me. You went out and had an affair. I hate you. Luke Tan couldn't take Lamb Tuesday's ridiculous jealousy anymore. He shouted, Yes, I'm a bastard. I went out and had an affair. Let's get a divorce. Sign the papers. With that, he went out to grab the papers and handed them to her, saying, Sign your name quickly. Let me go. I'm so afraid of you. She resentfully grabbed the pen and signed her name. I've signed. Good for you and Tan Nak. Are you satisfied now? Luke Tan didn't bother to say anything. He grabbed the papers and left the house. Even though he and Tan Nak didn't have anything going on, he was tired and fed up to the point where he didn't want to defend or explain himself to Lamb Tuesday anymore, because he knew that any defense or explanation would be meaningless now. Lamb Tuesday would never believe him. When Luke Tan left, Lamb Tuesday just sat there sobbing. At this moment, a text message from Tan Nak came through. She opened it and read, Lamb Tuesday, do you know what Tan did for me today? He bought me a lot of gifts and he even gave me 500 million. He loves me so much. The more you hurt me, the more he loves me and wants to make up for it. So, Lamb Tuesday, do you know where you stand? You'll always be behind me. After reading Tan Nak's text message, Lamb Tuesday resentfully screamed, Luke Tan, you clearly have feelings for her, but you don't dare to admit it. I hate you. Is he going to leave me again to go find her? Well then, tonight you two will die for sure. Lamb Tuesday thought. Luke Tan left her at home again to go find Tan Nak. That made her go crazy with anger. She put on her coat and drove to catch them in the act. She knew where Tan Nak lived, so she drove to Tan Nak's house to catch them in the act. Her jealousy had completely consumed her and made her lose control. In reality, Luke Tan didn't go to find Tan Nak. He went to his best friend Kwok Dat's house to spend the night. When he arrived at Kwok Dat's, he sighed and asked, Luke Tan, did you and your wife argue again? Yeah, let me crash for a night. You should make up. Don't just run away from home like this. That'll just make your wife misunderstand even more. Luke Tan said sadly, I've decided to get a divorce. The papers are done and she's finally signed. Kwok Dat looked at Luke Tan in confusion. Divorce? You two are really getting a divorce? You just got married a year ago. So what's going on? I'm too tired. She's jealous and makes a scene all day long. This afternoon, she came to my company and made a scene again. She even poured a bucket of red paint on Tan Nak and hit her over the head. And now Tan Nak has 7 stitches on her head. Oh God. Not again? I had to take Nak to the hospital and compensate her a large sum of money. And when I got home, she said that I slept with Tan Nak. She even checked my underwear. Can you believe someone can be that jealous? Kwok Dat could only sigh and shake his head helplessly. She checked your underwear too? Yeah. Then, she accused me of sleeping with Tan Nak and not daring to admit it. I've had enough, I have to divorce her. Maybe it's the best solution for me and her. But I don't understand. Is there something wrong with you? Did you do something to make her misunderstand? Why is Lamb Tuesday so certain that you slept with Tan Nak? Luke Tan scratched his head and said, Actually, there might be a little problem. We've been arguing a lot over the past few months, so we haven't been doing that. But because of my physiological reaction, there was a stain on my underwear. Seriously, she insisted that I slept with Tan Nak. I'm at a loss. Luke Tan, could it be that you're neglecting your wife, which is why she suspects you're going out? There are a lot of cases of men neglecting their wives and going out to have affairs. Maybe your wife thinks you have another woman and that's why you're neglecting her. So she's becoming blindly jealous like this? I'm busy with so much stuff and she's already tiring me out. Where do I have time to go out? Let me tell you, that stuff between husband and wife can't be irregular. If you don't get close for several months, that's not good. She's always looking for trouble with me. As soon as we see each other, we start arguing. How can we do that? That's a hard one to say. Luke Tan lay down on the bed and said, I'm tired. I don't want to think about anything anymore. Let's sleep. Yeah, let's sleep. We'll figure it out later. As soon as Luke Tan drifted off to sleep, his phone started ringing non-stop. He saw it was Tuesday Lam calling, and he thought she was calling to cause trouble with him again, so he turned it off. When Kwokdat saw that, he said, Luke Tan, why aren't you answering the phone? What if she has an emergency? Luke Tan said, what emergency could she have, other than bothering me and causing trouble? I'm tired, I'm gonna sleep. I'll talk to her clearly tomorrow. After turning off his phone, Luke Tan closed his eyes and went to sleep. At an intersection, a traffic accident had just occurred. A white car crashed into a street light pole. The driver of the white car was Lam Tuesday. She had been on her way to Tan Nok's house when the accident happened. People gathered around and opened the car door to help her out. When they grabbed her phone to call the number she had saved as beloved husband, there was no answer. They called 5 times, but each time the number was out of service. Help me. Call my husband to come here. Please help me. Ma'am, I called your husband, but there was no answer. It's out of service. Why is it out of service? Please call again. It's really out of service. Now, I'll take you to the hospital, okay? Lam Tuesday just kept repeating, call my husband, call my husband. The people there supported her and helped her into a taxi, then took her to the hospital. Lam Tuesday had been in a car accident. She was injured on her head and had a concussion due to the impact. She was taken to the emergency room. It was 6 a.m. when she opened her eyes. Lam Tuesday, thank goodness you're awake. You scared me so much. She saw that she was lying in a hospital room, and beside her was her. Okay, I understand. Here's the English, U.S. translation of the provided text, rewritten in the interpret and clarify style with slight expansions for clarity. My dear Min Trang, it's me. How are you doing? Is your head hurting? I have such a terrible headache. I feel dizzy and unwell. Should I call a doctor? It's okay. Just pour me a glass of water. I'm so thirsty. Here's your water. Lam Tuesday drank the entire glass. She felt a bit better. Only then did she ask Min Trang, Min Trang, what happened to me? Why are we in the hospital like this? Min Trang looked at Lam Tuesday in bewilderment. You don't remember? You were in a car accident last night. It's truly a miracle you're still alive. I don't remember anything at all. What's going on? It's possible you hit your head and suffered a brain injury, leading to amnesia. I really don't remember anything. Maybe it's better that you don't. After your accident last night, people helped you. They used your phone to call your husband. At first, he didn't answer, and then, after so many calls, he just turned his phone off. What an absolute jerk. Lam Tuesday looked at Min Trang, confused. Min Trang, what nonsense are you talking about? I'm single. I don't have a husband. Lam Tuesday, you really have lost your memory. What do you mean I have a husband? You're spouting nonsense. Lam Tuesday had been in a car accident, resulting in a brain injury and amnesia. She completely forgot that she was married. Although Min Trang told her she'd been married for a year, Tuesday didn't believe it. She thought Min Trang was lying. She was a single woman. How could she possibly have a husband? Min Trang, stop teasing me. I don't find it funny at all. Stop joking around. Oh, my dearest friend. You've forgotten because of your amnesia. Look at your phone. Lam Tuesday unlocked her phone and gasped. The background was a wedding photo of her and Luke Tan. Oh my god. I married Luke Tan? Yes, you've been married for a year. Look at your photo album. It's full of pictures of you and your husband. Lamb Tuesday looked at the photos with utter disbelief. It was true, she had gotten married. She ran her hands through her hair, bewildered. How is this possible? How could I forget something like this? But why didn't he answer the phone last night? He's my husband, after all. Min Trang sighed and said, honestly, you two aren't happy. You're always fighting. In just 1 year of marriage, you've gone to confront his mistresses 17 times. I haven't witnessed it firsthand every time, but you always tell me all about your confrontations. Tuesday Lamb's eyes nearly popped out of her head. 1 year of marriage with 17 confrontations meant Luke Tan was a terrible husband. Yes, just yesterday afternoon, you went to his company and attacked a woman named Tan Nak, pouring paint on her and even hitting her over the head. That's probably why you two had a huge fight, and you drove off in the middle of the night, leading to the accident. Lamb Tuesday shook her head in disbelief. Oh my God! I married a complete monster. 1 year of marriage with 17 confrontations? That's horrifying. A marriage from hell. No wonder I forgot such a disastrous marriage. Who would want to remember that? I'm not sure, but in the past year you've called me constantly, complaining and crying about him. Tuesday sighed and said, it truly is the grave of marriage. How could I have married such a terrible man? It's unbelievable. It was an arranged marriage. Your mother and Luke Tan's mother are best friends. The families had an agreement long ago. So, married life seems really awful, right? Lamb Tuesday had amnesia, and didn't remember being married, and certainly didn't remember being a jealous and possessive wife, even a shrew, who would lash out at any woman around her husband. Now, listening to Min Trang's account, Lamb Tuesday thought of herself as a pitiful wife who married a terrible man, leading her to confront his mistresses 17 times in 1 year. Adding to this, she reread the messages from Tan Nak taunting her, and she was even more confirmed that her husband was awful. Not even considering his cheating, the fact that he didn't answer the phone last night when everyone was calling him after the accident was enough. Tuesday Lamb was increasingly convinced that Luke Tan was scum. She started to regret marrying him, but wondered aloud, if that's the case, why didn't I get a divorce? Why did I stay with him and spend all my time confronting his lovers? Min Trang shook her head. I don't know. I just returned from overseas. We've only talked on the phone, so I haven't seen it all firsthand. You'll have to figure it out yourself. Okay, I will. Oh, Min Trang, don't tell anyone that I have amnesia. Even if my parents ask, don't say anything. Okay, I understand. Lamb Tuesday tried to remember what she had gone through, but she couldn't recall anything. She couldn't remember a single thing about her year-long marriage with Luke Tan. Luke Tan returned home and didn't find Lamb Tuesday. He turned on his phone and saw many missed calls from Lamb Tuesday and his mother. He called his mother back. Mom, you called? Luke Tan, what were you doing turning off your phone? Lamb Tuesday was in an accident. Didn't you know? Luke Tan asked in a panic. She was in an accident? When, Mom? Is she okay? Lamb Tuesday was in an accident last night around 1 a.m. She's in hospital 108. What were you doing turning off your phone? Hearing his mother say Lamb Tuesday had an accident at 1 a.m. when he was at Kwok Dat's house, he thought she was calling him to start an argument, and so he turned off his phone. He now knew that she was calling because she was in an accident and needed help. His heart clenched with pain. I'm going to the hospital right now. Luke Tan walked past the living room and saw the divorce papers still on the table. An indescribable emotion washed over him. He grabbed the papers and shoved them into a drawer before rushing to the hospital. Thank goodness Lamb Tuesday was safe. He breathed a sigh of relief. Lamb Tuesday was asleep in the hospital bed. He placed the fruit basket on the table and sat down, watching her sleep peacefully. She had a severe head wound, and her hand had a long scratch. He took out some ointment and gently applied it to her wound. Lamb Tuesday opened her eyes and saw Luke Tan holding her hand. Instinctively, she pulled her hand away. Seeing that she was awake, he asked, You're awake? She had amnesia and didn't remember anything about him. She only heard Min Trang say he was her husband and that, in 1 year of marriage, she went to confront his mistresses 17 times. She assumed he must be a terrible husband. So, she glared at him and snapped, "Luke Tan? Who gave you permission to touch my hand?" Luke Tan thought she was angry because he hadn't answered her calls last night. So he hesitated and apologized. "I thought you were calling to start a fight, so I didn't answer. I didn't know something had happened. I shouldn't have acted that way." Lamb Tuesday shook her head dismissively. "Guys who cheat always make excuses like that, but I've woken up. Once I get out of the hospital, let's complete the divorce." He was surprised by her changed attitude. Normally, when he suggested a divorce, she would cry and beg him to stay. But this time, she was the one bringing up the word divorce. He nodded. "Okay, what did the doctor say? Were you badly hurt?" "I'm fine." "Were you disappointed that I didn't die?" "Lamb Tuesday, why are you saying such awful things? I never wanted anything to happen to you. Don't think of me like that. Stop with the act. Guys like you always want their wives to die so they can be with their mistresses without any issues. Give it a rest, buddy." Just then, the doctor came in and called, "Who is the family member of Lamb Tuesday?" Luke Tan was about to speak, but Lamb Tuesday spoke first. "My mother hasn't arrived yet. You can tell me anything, doctor." The doctor looked at Luke Tan and asked, "And who is he?" Luke Tan replied, "I'm Lamb Tuesday's husband." Lamb Tuesday quickly added, "No, doctor, he's just a neighbor's husband, not my husband." The doctor sighed, "I give up with you too." "Well, I'll just say it here then. According to the test results, Ms. Lamb Tuesday has a brain injury and shows signs of amnesia." "Ms. Lamb Tuesday, have you forgotten anything?" "She really has amnesia, but she denies it." "No, I remember everything. I haven't forgotten anything. If you don't believe me, doctor, test me thoroughly." "All right then, that's good. Stay here for a few days and if everything is okay, you can be discharged." "Thank you, doctor." After the doctor left, Luke Tan stared intently at Lamb Tuesday. He thought she was acting strangely, and since the doctor said she had amnesia, he asked, "You have amnesia?" She immediately denied it. "I don't have amnesia. Don't get any ideas." "Then who am I?" She had heard Min Trang's story earlier, so she confidently replied, "You're Luke Tan, my husband. We've been married for a year, and I've gone to confront your mistresses 17 times. Tan Nok was the 17th, and yesterday afternoon, I attacked her at your company. I even poured paint on her, right?" Hearing Lamb Tuesday say that he believed she didn't have amnesia. If she had amnesia, how could she remember the confrontation yesterday? He nodded, saying, "That's right. It's good that you're okay. Are you hungry? I'll buy you some porridge." "I don't want to trouble you. Min Trang went to buy porridge for me. Then I'll peel some fruit for you to eat." "No need. Please leave. What are you doing here taking up space? You're really hard to please. You should have injured your mouth so you couldn't say such nasty things." Lamb Tuesday huffed, saying, "What's wrong with you? I'm being nice and giving you time with your muse. Tan Nok, you should be thanking me, not talking to me like that." "You're being nice?" "Normally, when you see Tan Nok near me, you jump up in jealousy and make a scene. Why are you being so nice now? Is there something wrong with your brain?" "Yes, I had an accident, so there is something wrong with my brain. Do you understand? If you understand, then please get out." Min Trang came back with porridge and saw Lamb Tuesday chasing Luke Tan away. She walked in, frowning, and said, "Lamb Tuesday, Luke Tan, are you two fighting again? You can't stand not fighting for a day. Can you? Lamb Tuesday, you just came back from the brink of death. Watch your mouth and get some rest." Then Trang turned to pointing a finger at Luke Tan. "Luke Tan, why did you turn off your phone last night? She had people call you to get a hold of you because she had an accident, and you didn't answer and turned it off entirely. You are terrible." Lamb Tuesday, still sitting in her hospital bed, couldn't help but add sarcastically, He was too busy comforting his little mistress to answer. You should be happy for him. Luke Ton immediately said, Last night, Lamb Tuesday and I had a fight, and I went to Quack Dat's house to sleep. When Lamb Tuesday called, I thought she was calling to pick a fight, so I didn't answer. I've already apologized to Lamb Tuesday. I swear, last night I went to Quack Dat's house. I didn't go to see Ton Nock. Knowing that she was in an accident, I feel really guilty. I apologize, I was wrong. I shouldn't have acted like that. Min Trang sighed and interjected, I shouldn't get involved in your marital issues, but I just want to remind you to be a decent person. Who straddles two boats like that? Outsiders can see how difficult it is to be on the inside. I'm not straddling two boats. You've misunderstood me. Well, you should go now. Let Lamb Tuesday get some rest. Go home, get going. Luke Ton turned to look at Lamb Tuesday, who was eating porridge with gusto. He stood up and said, Okay, I'm going to the office. I'll come back this afternoon. If Lamb Tuesday wants anything, I'll buy it for her. Lamb Tuesday casually said, No, don't bother coming here. I don't like looking at your face. You should take advantage of my time in the hospital to be with your mistress. Why bother coming here and arguing with me until we're both exhausted and have headaches? Luke Ton was furious, but he couldn't say anything. Still, Lamb Tuesday acted as if he were cheating on her. In the year he'd been with her, he had never done anything to betray her. It was just her jealousy, her tantrums, and as soon as she lashed out at anyone, she was confrontational, hitting people and involving him. He was angry, but he thought she was injured, and since he hadn't answered the phone last night when she called, he felt guilty and didn't want to argue with her anymore. He sighed and said, I'm not going to argue with you anymore. I'm going to work. Lamb Tuesday waved her hand. Goodbye. Luke Ton was at the door when Lamb Tuesday suddenly called out, Luke Ton, wait. He thought she was going to say something important, so he turned around happily. But she grabbed the fruit basket and threw it at him, saying, Take your stuff and don't leave it here. Hey, I bought that for you to eat. The fruit is fresh and delicious. Just keep it and eat it. I'm not eating it. Your stuff feels dirty to me just like you. Luke Ton felt like he was going to throw up blood. He walked over, grabbed her hand, and asked annoyedly, You think I'm dirty? I'm your husband. Are you saying you're dirty yourself? She shoved him away and said, That's why you should get away from me now. Go back to your Ton Nock and leave me alone. Ton Nock did nothing wrong. One attack that sent her to the hospital. Lamb Tuesday, you are becoming unbearable, unacceptable. You say she did nothing wrong? Open your eyes and read these messages. See what she sent me? Look, Lamb Tuesday showed Luke Ton a string of messages that Ton Nock had sent her, taunting her. Even though she had amnesia, the evidence was still there on her phone. Ton couldn't believe his eyes and even checked the number. It was indeed Ton Nock's. In front of him, Ton Nock always acted like a well-behaved and understanding little sister, but behind his back, she was taunting and insulting his wife. He was shocked. He had guessed the reason why Lamb Tuesday drove out of the house in the middle of the night. Reading such taunting messages from Ton Nock, who could stay calm? He lowered his voice and said, I'll take care of this. I won't let her taunt you like that again. But please keep the fruit. Ton placed the fruit basket on the table. As soon as he walked out the door, the fruit basket flew out after him and hit him right in the back. The fruit rolled across the floor. He sighed, picked up the fruit, and threw it in the trash. After Luke Ton left, Min Trang asked Lamb Tuesday, Lamb Tuesday, did you really kick him out? Yeah. Seeing him makes me furious. I told him to get lost to feel better. Min Trang touched Lamb Tuesday's forehead and said, Lamb Tuesday, you don't have a fever, but could the accident have damaged your brain? You're saying such strange things. I'm not saying anything strange. You're the one who's strange. You were so infatuated with him before, always clinging to him, even putting a tracker on his car and his phone. You forbade him from seeing any woman, young or old. As long as it was a woman, you would be incredibly jealous. Lamb Tuesday shuddered and said, Was I really like that? Yes, you were very jealous and possessive. You would confront his mistresses, attack him, and make a scene at his company. You would check his phone and clothes every day when he came home from work to see if there were any strange smells. You too often argued about your excessive control. Lamb Tuesday quickly covered Min Trang's mouth. Okay, stop talking. How could I be so awful? But you told me everything. Your messages are still here. If you don't believe me, just read them again. I'll open them for you to see. I can show you the reminders you even set for yourself. You'll never have amnesia again. How can you believe the things you've done? Knowing what she had done in the past year, Lamb Tuesday was a little shocked. But after thinking about it carefully, she nodded in agreement, exclaiming, "So true what they say, women are more than their husband. Since marrying Luke Tan, I've changed and become a different person. Jealous, possessive. I really married the wrong man. It's good that I had an accident and lost my memory. I'm going to divorce him and start my life over. Otherwise, I'll be trapped in this marital grave forever." Min Trang then asked, "If you divorce him, won't you regret it? Luke Tan is handsome, successful, and desired by everyone. If you divorce him, it will be good for Luke Tan. He and Tan Nak, can you really bear to see a mistress replace you? Good men don't need to be held on to. If a man is bad, if you hold him tightly, you'll still lose him. So, I've decided to get rid of a rotten apple like him. Well, it's up to you. Think carefully, or you'll be crying and complaining to me in a few days, and I'll scold you. I know. Have some grapes. I've already washed them. Okay, these grapes are so sweet. The friend you bought these from is just the best. You're the best friend ever, sweet talker, eat up." Tan Nak got to her spot. Seeing him come, Tan Nak asked cheerfully, "Haven't you gone to work yet? Why are you here so early?" Luke Tan walked in, frowning, and asked Tan Nak, "Why did you send those taunting messages to Lamb Tuesday?" Tan Nak hesitated and asked, "Did she tell you? Do you know that because of your taunts, Lamb Tuesday had an accident?" Tan Nak smiled in her heart, and so she outwardly pretended to be worried and exclaimed at the fact she got into a car accident. "You said your sister-in-law got into an accident? How is she? Was she hurt?" "She's okay, just has some injuries here and there." Tan Nak thought, why didn't she die? Thinking it, Tan Nak pretended to be worried and asked, "Where is your sister-in-law staying? Let me go see her." "Enough, Tan Nak, listen clearly. If you taunt Lamb Tuesday or start trouble with her one more time, I won't forgive you. You and your sister-in-law are about to get a divorce. Why are you getting mad at me?" She said, "It's not your turn to manage my affairs. Take care of yourself first. Your sister-in-law is making. Am I putting you in a tight spot? If it were me, I'd be understanding and wouldn't make things so awkward for you. You're making me feel awkward right now." He stormed straight outside. Tan Nak, enraged, crushed the orange in her hand, muttering curses under her breath. "Damn it, he's snapping at me because of that woman? Why wasn't that accident more severe? She should have died in that crash. Damn it all. This is infuriating." Meanwhile, Luke Tan's mother arrived at the hospital to visit her daughter-in-law. Ever since Luke Tan and Lamb Tuesday got married and moved out, she hadn't been fully aware of their marital situation, especially since Lamb Tuesday rarely confided in her. Hearing about her daughter-in-law's car accident filled her with worry. "Lamb Tuesday, dear, are you alright?" she asked anxiously. Lamb Tuesday, of course, remembered absolutely nothing. But when her mother-in-law visited, she put on a show of pitiful vulnerability, bursting into tears and wailing, "Mother, I'm so miserable. I can't keep living like this. It's too much to bear. My heart is breaking. It feels like it's being crushed. I'm so unhappy, Mother." Mrs. Hong rushed to embrace her daughter-in-law, filled with sympathy. "Don't cry, dear. Calm down. Whatever it is, let me help you sort it out. There, don't cry, my dear. Mother, my husband is having an affair. And now the other woman is even taunting me. Is that really true? That good-for-nothing Luke Tan. I'll deal with him. Do you know who this woman is? It's Tan Nak. She sent me taunting messages. The messages are still on my phone. I'm so miserable, Mother. I'll take care of them. Don't cry anymore. Just rest and get well soon, and I'll help you sort this out. Lamb Tuesday thought to herself, Luke Tan, if you treat me badly, don't blame me for telling your mother. Even if I don't need you anymore, you'll still pay for the emotional damage you've caused me. She felt a surge of triumph, buoyed by her mother-in-law's encouraging words. Outwardly, however, she maintained the facade of a dutiful, understanding daughter-in-law. Mother, maybe we should just let it go. I don't want you and Luke Tan to argue because of me. Besides, in love, the one who isn't loved is always the third party. If anything, it's my fault for not being able to keep Luke Tan's heart. Please don't blame him, Mother. Mrs. Hong responded, Lamb Tuesday, you're heartbreakingly understanding. Don't worry, we'll get you justice. Here's a bank card with $2 billion in it. Buy whatever you like. Lamb Tuesday accepted the card, but still pretended to be considerate. Mother, you're too good to me, but I can't accept your money. Just take it, you deserve it. Wait until I talk to Tan. I'll get money from him and give it to you. Now rest up and get well. I'll visit you tonight. I have some things to take care of. Yes, Mother, be careful. As soon as her mother-in-law left, Lamb Tuesday leaped up with joy, kissing the card and exclaiming, Money love is the best kind of love. Why have I been clinging to that terrible man for the past year? It's so much better to earn money and take care of myself. I can't believe how pathetic I've been. She immediately checked her account balance on her phone, then sighed in disappointment. Only 305 million. My balance isn't even equal to one of Luke Tan's gifts to Tan Nak. Lamb Tuesday, you're the wife of a CEO, and you're this poor? I really regret it now. Instead of going on 17 jealous rampages during our marriage, I should have taken care of myself. Modern women wear makeup, not war paint. Because of her amnesia, she couldn't remember what her year of marriage was like. All she knew was that she had gone on 17 jealous outbursts in 1 year, and her married life had been incredibly frustrating. She glanced at the clock. It was already 6 p.m. He hurried to the hospital. He usually worked until 9 p.m., but today he was leaving early to visit Lamb Tuesday at the hospital. He still felt guilty about her call that he had ignored. Even though they had signed the divorce papers, he wanted to fulfill his responsibilities as a husband to her until they were officially divorced in court. Lamb Tuesday was lying in bed, rereading the messages she had sent to Min Trang, along with her past exchanges with Luke Tan, filled with complaints and resentment. As she read, she felt increasingly bewildered. Oh my God! Was I really that pathetic? Tan never replied to my messages, but I kept sending them to him anyway. Then she checked her call history and gasped. Lamb Tuesday, you were love-crazed. I called Luke Tan every single day, sometimes up to 26 times a day. Oh Mother, send me back to my home planet. There's no one as lovesick as me on this earth. How awful. Lamb Tuesday couldn't bear to look anymore. She sat still on the bed. The more she saw, the more terrible she felt about herself. As she was berating herself, a bright-faced man walked in, asking cheerfully, Lamb Tuesday, how are you feeling? Are you doing better? She didn't recognize him. She hesitated. I'm fine. Why does my face look so blank when I see you? Don't you recognize me? She had amnesia and didn't recognize him. She didn't want anyone to know that she had amnesia. You are the handsome CEO. What's your name? She blurted out. He answered, I'm Man Hai. Do you remember now? You forgot me because we haven't seen each other in a while? Now Lamb Tuesday remembered. Man Hai was the older brother of Man Nin, her best friend. She, Man Nin, and Min Trang had been an inseparable trio since their school days. Man Hai lived and worked abroad, so he rarely came home, which was why she had forgotten him. She said, "I remember now. You're Man Nin's brother." "Yes. I just came back to see you. I heard you were in the hospital, so I came to visit." "Are you here permanently this time?" "Yes, I'm opening a company here. But why haven't you been at home? Haven't you been working for the past year? Do you want to work at my company?" She quickly agreed. "Yes, I'll start working as soon as I recover. I was so silly to quit my job and stay at home. I regret it now. I'm going to work again." "What's wrong? Isn't being Luke Tana's wife fulfilling?" "No, I really regret it. I'm getting a divorce soon. After the divorce, I'll concentrate on work and increase the value of myself. I'll never be foolish again. I heard a little bit from Man Nin, but I didn't realize your marriage was this bad. It's terrible. I'll never be like that again." "That's good. Give me your number so we can stay in touch." "Okay. I bought you a strawberry cake. Eat it." "Wow, the cake looks so delicious. How did you know I liked strawberry cake?"
Mạnh Ninh Tô Me.
"That guy. He told you because you asked him. Hurry up and eat." "Okay." Luke Tan bought a strawberry cake and went to the hospital. He knew she loved strawberry cake, but when he arrived at her door, he saw her eating strawberry cake happily with another man. A difficult emotion welled up inside him. He left the cake on a chair outside the room and sadly left the hospital. Back home, Luke Tan opened a drawer and took out the divorce papers. He sighed, lost in thought. Are we really getting a divorce? Shouldn't I be happy if I made the decision to divorce? Why do I feel not happy? Lamb Tuesday was so hot-tempered, out of control, and so jealous, scolded and hit me a lot, and didn't respect me. My decision to divorce is the right one. But why do I feel not happy? Why do I feel bad when I see her happy with someone else? Am I jealous? No, it can't be. Why would I be jealous? Overwhelmed with boredom, Luke Tan took out a bottle of wine and drank. The more he drank, the more bored and upset he felt. Kwok Dat came to visit and saw Luke Tan drinking wine. He walked over and asked, "Luke Tan, what's wrong?" "Kwok Dat, sit down and have a few drinks with me. You drink less. Drinking too much will ruin your stomach." Kwok Dat saw the divorce papers on the table and asked, "Lamb Tuesday signed it already. Why haven't you submitted it? Do you want me to submit it for you?" Kwok Dat reached out to grab the paper, but Luke Tan stopped him. "Just leave it. I'll submit it myself. You don't have to worry about it." "Okay, whatever. How is Lamb Tuesday? I heard she had an accident. That was last night, right?" Luke Tan sighed and said with regret, "Yes, last night. When I saw her number, I thought she was trying to start a fight with me, so I didn't answer and turned off my phone. Now that I know the truth, I feel so bad. She must have been disappointed." Kwok Dat asked, "Why do you feel bad? You two already signed the divorce papers. She was so terrible to you. I don't think you should blame yourself." "How could I not? Think about it. If you had an accident and called your wife but she didn't answer and even turned off her phone, then you would understand how I feel right now." Kwok Dat saw Luke Tan's attitude change and asked, "Luke Tan, you are in love with Lamb Tuesday, right? You weren't like this before. I see you change a lot. You love her already?" Luke Tan hesitated and couldn't answer Kwok Dat's question. He gulped down the wine. Kwok Dat took the bottle and wouldn't let Luke Tan drink anymore. "That's enough. Don't drink anymore. Give me the bottle." "I won't give it to you. Don't drink anymore." Kwok Dat and Luke Tan argued over the bottle. Luke Tan was drunk and leaned into Kwok Dat. Just then, Mrs. Hong came in and saw Luke Tan hugging Kwok Dat. She misunderstood and thought that Luke Tan was bisexual and had feelings for both men and women. She ran over and screamed, "Luke Tan? Kwok Dat? What are you doing? Don't you know shame?" Luke Tan was still holding Kwok Dat's arm, slurring, "Mother? What do you mean by Mio? Cat? Luke Tan, do you have a problem? Yesterday you were with Tan Nok, causing Lamb Tuesday to have an accident and be hospitalized, and now you brought Kwok Dat home for fun. Are you male or female? Tell me so I know what to do. Luke Tan immediately sobered up when he heard his mother's words. He looked at his mother in disbelief, while Kwok Dat hurriedly tried to explain. Hey ma'am, it's not like that. Luke Tan and I are just friends. Not that kind of love. Please, ma'am. If you misunderstand, how am I going to get a wife? If my parents hear about this, they will kick me out of the house. Then why are you two hugging? We were arguing over the bottle. Luke Tan was drunk and fell on me. Don't misunderstand us. Mrs. Hong glared at Luke Tan. Are you two sure there's nothing going on? You two will be in trouble if you lie to me. We wouldn't dare to lie to you. Kwok Dat saw that Mrs. Hong was very angry, so after explaining, he sneaked away. Luke Tan's personal matters had nothing to do with him, so he couldn't stay and listen to the scolding. I swear, Luke Tan and I have nothing going on. If I say anything wrong, I'll take full responsibility. Alright, I'll believe you for now. I'll find out the truth later. I have an emergency. I'll take my leave first. Okay. Kwok Dat left quickly. Mrs. Hong saw the divorce papers on the table. She picked them up and looked at them. She glared at Luke Tan and asked, Are you two getting a divorce? The rumors of you two divorcing are true? Luke Tan sighed and said, Yeah. Maybe we aren't meant to be together, mother. Not meant to be together, or you are lovesick. Are you having an affair? Luke Tan shook his head and said, I'm not having an affair. I never betrayed Lamb Tuesday. It's just that Lamb Tuesday and I are not compatible, so we can't continue. Not compatible? You two are a perfect match. Before you two got married, I checked your zodiac compatibility. Only you change. Tell me the truth. Do you like Tan Nak? I read the messages that Tan Nak sent to challenge Lamb Tuesday. How could you let a mistress challenge your wife like that? Are you even a man? Luke Tan tried to explain. It was wrong of Tan Nak to challenge Lamb Tuesday. I warned her, but there is nothing between us. I swear I have never betrayed Lamb Tuesday. About other things I don't know, but I'm certain about this. Mrs. Hong's face softened slightly. She sighed and asked her son, If you were not having an affair and you didn't betray your wife, then what caused your relationship to break down to the point of divorce? Luke Tan didn't want to talk about it, but Mrs. Hong kept pressing him. Luke Tan, tell me. Let me see if I can help you two salvage things. Luke Tan told his mother about the conflict between him and Lamb Tuesday. Mother, I don't have any blame to Lamb Tuesday. She's too jealous, hot-tempered. I never had time to clarify. She did a lot of bad things. She never listens to me, never wants to understand me. You mean Lamb Tuesday is too hot-tempered and extremely jealous, which damaged your relationship? Yes. Don't blame Lamb Tuesday. Look at yourself. Have you cared about your wife enough? Have you made your wife feel secure about you? When your wife trusts you enough, she won't feel anxious. Your wife felt anxious and not secure about you, so she has a lot of bad thoughts about you, suspects you, and gets unreasonably jealous. You're on her side. You haven't experienced what I've been through. How could you understand? Let me ask you. You said you and Tan Nak have nothing going on. Then why did Tan Nak challenge Lamb Tuesday? You don't like Tan Nak, but you aren't clear. You gave her the opportunity to bully your wife. If you were Lamb Tuesday when Tan Nak challenged you like that, would you be angry? Would you be suspicious? If you are angry and suspicious, then it's understandable for Lamb Tuesday to go fight her. If I were her, I would also go fight her, let alone someone who is as jealous as Lamb Tuesday. Luke Tan frowned and said, There are actually a lot of other problems. Lamb Tuesday is too controlling. She put tracking devices on my car and on my phone, and she's jealous of all my female clients. Every day when I come home from work, she'd ask me questions, smell me, and check my clothes for any weird smells. I explained it to her, but she never listened. She hits me and also curses me very badly. You know that I have a lot of work and I don't have enough time to rest at home. But when I get home, she picks a fight with me. How can I stand it? That's why you often sleep at Kwokdat's place, right? That's why Lamb Tuesday misunderstood you even more. Plus you come home late and leave early. You are indifferent and don't care about her. So you two got to this point, right? Yes. If she listened to me, maybe everything would have been different. Okay. I'll deal with you two's matter. Give me the bank card for what? If you don't want to give it to me, then transfer 5 billion to Lamb Tuesday as compensation for her emotional damage. Hurry up. Mother, I'm the one who needs to be compensated for emotional damage. The son of Mother. Tell me to transfer 5 billion to Lamb Tuesday? Luke Tan sighed in dissatisfaction, but still transferred it to Lamb Tuesday. Here I transferred the money. Good. I was the one who needed to be compensated for emotional damage, and you are not fair to me. You are a CEO, you have a lot of money. Give Lamb Tuesday 5 billion is good. Even if you are getting a divorce, it's considered compensation for her year of youth. Luke Tan felt unhappy when she talked about the divorce. He hesitated. Do you want me to divorce Lamb Tuesday too? Why are you asking me that? You were the one who wanted to divorce first. The divorce papers are still on the table. You are asking me now, is there someone who regrets and wants me to help? Luke Tan scratched his head and didn't know what to say. Mrs. Hong grabbed a cup of wine and poured it directly on the divorce papers. Oh, I was careless. The papers are all wet now. It looks like you two have to make a new one. These papers are invalid. Luke Tan scratched his head and said, yeah, I'll make a new one then. Okay, I'm going home. Go to the hospital to visit Tuesday Lamb. Be a caring husband. Give your wife a sense of security and trust. Don't compete with your wife over everything. Understand? I understand. I'll influence Lamb Tuesday so she can understand and gradually change. Don't make any rash decisions. Don't regret it later. Okay, you're right. Mrs. Hong left. Tan grabbed the wet divorce papers and put them in the trash. He stood up and took a shower, changed clothes, and went to the hospital to visit Lamb Tuesday. Lamb Tuesday had just finished eating. She grabbed her phone and saw her bank account had been credited 5 billion. She checked her account and said, Luke Tan transferred the money to me? Why did he transfer so much to me? Is he crazy? Oh well, whatever. If the money is in my account, I'll just accept it. I had a very rough time as his wife, so this is compensation. She stood up and went for a walk. Then she saw a box of strawberry cake on the chair. Who left strawberry cake in front of my door? It's the type of cake I like. Did someone buy it for me? She looked around but didn't see anyone. So she took the box of cake into the room. She had already eaten the cake man Hai bought for her. But this cake looked so delicious. If she didn't eat it, it would be a waste. She sat down and ate it. She loved eating strawberry cake and she could eat it a lot without getting tired. Luke Tan walked into the hospital. The cake I left on the chair was gone. He figured someone must have picked it up. But as he reached the door to her room, he saw Lamb Tuesday eating the strawberry cake he'd bought. Seeing her smile, he thought, why does it make me so happy to see her eating my cake? It's just a cake. He went in and asked Lamb Tuesday if she'd had dinner. I ate cake already. Why are you here again? I told you this morning you didn't need to visit me. I was just passing by. I'll come visit you. I brought you grapes. I told you not to buy anything. I don't like what you buy. Take it to your Tan Nak. What Tan Nak? You're always thinking nonsense. Denying it again. But wait. Why did you transfer so much money to me? If you don't like it, transfer it back. Ha! Only a fool wouldn't like money. Since you gave it to me, don't dream I'll return it. And you can say that? Let me wash these grapes for you to eat. Luke Tan took the grapes to wash. Lamb Tuesday sat finishing the last bite of strawberry cake when Tan Nak walked in. She came to find Lamb Tuesday, looking for a way to drive a wedge between her and Luke Tan. Ms. Lamb Tuesday, I heard you were in a car accident. I came to visit. Aren't you touched? Lamb Tuesday had amnesia, so she didn't recognize Tan Nak. She puzzled. Who is this? Why can't I remember her? Then, An idea flashed in Lamb Tuesday's mind. Aha, I know. She's the homewrecker who stole my husband. There's an imaginary label taped to her forehead. I bet she's Tan Nak. I remember Min Trang telling me I beat up Tan Nak so badly she was injured and hospitalized. So Lamb Tuesday put her hands on her hips and said, "Hey, did I not hit you hard enough last time? Do you want another beating?" Tan Nak raised her chin. "Thanks to you, Luke Tan took me to the hospital. He cared for me and even transferred 500 million to me, so I came to thank you especially." Lamb Tuesday thought, my guess was right. So she is Tan Nak, Luke Tan's mistress, who even after getting beaten still isn't awake and came all the way here to provoke me. If it were Lamb Tuesday before the amnesia, Tan Nak would have been beaten again already, because she dared come to the hospital to provoke her. But now it was different. Lamb Tuesday had amnesia. She didn't remember the past and wasn't as hot-tempered and out of control as before. She didn't rush to hit Tan Nak but calmly sat eating strawberry cake. Tan Nak was surprised that Lamb Tuesday wasn't angry or flying off the handle and attacking her. She thought, why isn't she going crazy? Normally, just seeing me would make her attack me. Why is she so calm today? Tan Nak didn't believe Lamb Tuesday could be calm, but without any reaction from Lamb Tuesday, she continued, "Ms. Lamb Tuesday, I seduce and steal your husband, and I take money from your husband. Don't you feel bad?" Lamb Tuesday sighed. "Don't bother me. I'm trying to cultivate my mind and improve myself. I don't want to argue with you. Instead of coming here to provoke me, you should go home and figure out how to make Luke Tan leave me and marry you. Focus on your real work." Tan Nak said confidently, "You don't need to worry about that. Luke Tan will definitely leave you to marry me. Do you know why? Because he has already slept with me. If I get pregnant with his child, he will definitely dump you and give me a title." Tan Nak clapped her hands. "Well, congratulations to you. May you soon achieve your goals." Lamb Tuesday remained as calm as if nothing had happened. Tan Nak thought in confusion, why isn't she angry? I've provoked her so much and she's not angry at all? Today, I deliberately came here to make her freak out and hit me. So Luke Tan would feel sorry for me and quickly divorce her, an unreasonable wife. But why isn't she reacting? Why is she so calm? Tan Nak asked uncomfortably, "Lamb Tuesday, why aren't you saying anything? I'm eating cake, and you won't leave me alone. I'm so tired of these pointless jealousy fights. Do whatever you want now. If you have the ability, then steal Luke Tan. Don't bother my life. It's so annoying. Aren't you jealous anymore? Normally, just seeing me would make you go crazy. Oh, these two. If I hit you, you'd cry and make a scene with my husband. Now that I'm tired of hitting you, you come to make a scene with me. Do you have a problem with your brain? Go get it checked out. It will be too late if you don't treat it." Tan Nak didn't stop. She showed off the ring on her hand to Lamb Tuesday. "Ms. Lamb Tuesday, look at this. Mr. Tan gave me this diamond ring. Do you think it's beautiful? You don't need to show off to me. Worry about figuring out how to get Luke Tan to divorce me. Only when Luke Tan and I are divorced will you have a chance. Right now, I'm still Mrs. Luke, and you're just a lowly mistress. Use your brain to think. How dare you talk to me like that? I'll tell Mr. Luke Tan to deal with you." "Oh, little mistress wants to tattle? Mr. Luke Tan is in that room washing grapes for me to eat. Go in there and tattle." At this moment, Luke Tan was washing grapes in the washroom nearby. Hearing Tan Nak's words to Lamb Tuesday, he understood everything. Tan Nak wasn't as well behaved and kind as he thought. He grabbed the bunch of grapes and walked out. Seeing him, Tan Nak panicked, stammering, "Mr. Tan, you're here too? Why didn't you say anything? I thought I couldn't come here with your wife? I thought you were at home. Turns out you're here? I just went to wash grapes for my wife. And you came here to bother my wife. Tan Nak, you've opened my eyes." Lamb Tuesday heard Luke Tan say "my wife" repeatedly and felt dizzy. Since when did he consider me his wife? I feel nauseous. Tan Nak still tried to explain. I heard Ms. Luke had an accident and was hospitalized. I came to visit her. But seeing that Ms. Luke only has a minor injury makes me feel so worried. Have you finished acting? How can you be so two-faced? In front of me, you're caring, kind, and well-behaved. Behind my back, look at what you've done. Mr. Tan, I didn't mean anything. You misunderstood me. She desperately clung to Luke Tan's arm, putting on a weak and pitiful act. Darling, I really didn't mean anything. I just wanted to test Ms. Luke's feelings for you. Can you trust me one more time? Who wants you to test my wife's feelings? Also, when did I sleep with you? When did I buy you a diamond ring? The 500 million was compensation for you after my wife beat you? Because you threatened to sue my wife, I negotiated and transferred the money to you. Do you think I'm stupid? Don't make up stories to break up me and my wife. I don't mean anything to you, but you just get on my nerves. Stop fantasizing. Lam Tuesday sat watching Luke Tan and Tan Nok talk. She sighed quietly. Are these two clowns putting on a show in front of me? How bored are they? Lam Tuesday stood up and looked outside. Luke Tan immediately asked, Lam Tuesday, where are you going? Oh, I'm going out to leave you two some private space. You two can be comfortable. You don't need to thank me. She walked straight out. Luke Tan was about to follow when Tan Nok pulled him back. Mr. Tan, I swear I didn't mean to provoke Ms. Luke. Don't be angry with me anymore. Okay? Luke Tan shook off Tan Nok's hand. From now on, I don't want to see you again. If I ever see you bothering Lam Tuesday again, I'll be ruthless. Even your brother won't be able to save you then. Remember that. Tan Nok still didn't want to give up. She stubbornly said, You and Lam Tuesday are about to divorce, so why are you still defending her? Even if Lam Tuesday and I divorce, I'd never look at you. Don't overestimate yourself. I now feel you deserve to be beaten by my wife. A despicable, two-faced person like you deserved even worse. With that, Luke Tan went out to find Lam Tuesday. Tan Nok was furious. She clenched her fists and gnashed her teeth. Luke Tan, you despise me? The more you despise me, the more I want to steal you. You can only be mine. Just wait. One day you will have to marry me. Lam Tuesday was sitting drinking coconut water in the cafeteria when Luke Tan came over and asked, Drinking coconut water again? Aren't you afraid of a stomachache? I eat what I want. Is it your business? I'm afraid you'll get a stomachache. Eating strawberry cake, eating grapes, and now drinking coconut water. I'm worried about your stomach. Since when did you know how to worry about me? Can't I start now? Stop being nosy. She was so full from drinking the water that she skipped the drip. Seeing this, Luke Tan drank it for her. She looked at him in surprise and asked, You drank my leftovers? What about it? It's wasteful to throw it away. Since when are we so close? I thought we didn't like each other. Why are you so friendly and approachable today? Well, there are times when I have to be friendly and approachable. Tell me the truth. What are you plotting? So you don't like me being like this? Lam Tuesday was about to say something harsh, but thinking about the 5 billion he had transferred to her last night, she thought she should say something nice to make him happy. It wouldn't hurt to lie a little. She smiled and replied, I like it very much. You look very handsome, very kind, very okay like this. Are you telling the truth? I'm telling the truth. At this moment, Luke Tan looked into her eyes. It had been a long time since they had talked nicely to each other. It had also been a long time since he had seen her smile so brightly. Before, every time they met, they would argue. She was jealous, angry, and blaming him all the time, which made him very tired. She controlled him so tightly that he was afraid to go home, afraid to see her. That was why he didn't come home many nights after work. He went to Kwokdat's house to sleep. Thus, his marriage with her was extremely tiring. Until today, seeing her smile so brightly, he felt very happy. He immediately said, There are grilled corn and sweet potatoes for sale outside the hospital gate. Do you want some? Yes, let's go buy some. Okay, let's go. Aren't you going home now? It's late. I'll stay here tonight and I'll go home early tomorrow. How can you? You should go home. Why not? We're husband and wife. It's normal for me to take care of you. Let's go buy grilled sweet potatoes. Luke Tan pulled Lamb Tuesday straight to the gate. She walked and thought, does this playboy have kind moments too? It's a pity that I've woken up now. I'll never like you and love you blindly like before. Lamb Tuesday told Luke Tan to go home, but he didn't go. He insisted on staying at the hospital with her. They bought corn and grilled sweet potatoes and ate them in the room. This was a rare peaceful moment for them, so Luke Tan didn't want to miss it. After eating, Lamb Tuesday lay down on the bed. She told Luke Tan, you go sleep on the other bed. If you touch me, you're dead. Luke Tan hesitated and asked, so we're not sleeping together? Sleeping together? Are you crazy? What's crazy about it? You used to want to sleep with me. You liked to hug me. Don't you remember? She had amnesia, so she didn't remember anything. She immediately said, if that's the case, you must have cheated on me, and we're about to get divorced. Don't lie to me. I'm not lying to you and I didn't cheat. We used to sleep together. It's just that in the last 3 months you've been causing too much trouble, so we often argued. And we haven't slept together this month. Hearing Luke Tan say this, she learned another important thing. That was, for the past 3 months, she and Luke Tan had not slept together. This further proved that her marriage with Luke Tan was on the verge of collapse. She sighed and became even more determined to divorce Luke Tan. She said seriously, if this marriage can't be saved, then let's get divorced. We're still young, and we still have a chance to start over. He was happy because it had been a long time since he and Tuesday Lamb had talked nicely to each other. But her words offended him, and he felt uncomfortable. Whatever you want. When you're discharged from the hospital, we'll discuss the divorce further. Think carefully before you decide. I've thought it over carefully. In 1 year of marriage, I've gone to fight 17 times. We argue all day long to the point that we haven't slept together in months. If we don't get divorced to free each other, when will we? Okay, whatever you want. Why are you saying it so harshly? You're tired too, right? Shouldn't you be happy when we divorce? No one is happy about their own breakup. I know how to be sad too. Don't you feel sad? I'm not sad at all. When the divorce is finalized, I'll go celebrate. I'll invite my close friends out for a feast. You wouldn't dare. Why wouldn't I dare? Do you think I'll keep chasing you foolishly forever? Don't dream. He thought of the man who had visited her in the afternoon. He immediately asked, who was that visiting you in the afternoon? That was Man Hai, the brother of my friend Man Min. He cares about you. It's normal. We're friends. There's nothing wrong with that. Plus, he bought me cake. Strawberry cake is delicious. Tan suddenly felt unhappy. He frowned and reminded her, we're not divorced yet. Don't be so close to other men. I don't want people to talk about us. What are you acting like? You can have other women, but I can't have other men? Don't have double standards. Who do I have? Tan Nak is just my friend's sister. I made it clear to her. If it wasn't Tan Nak, it would be someone else. Otherwise, why would I have gone to fight 17 times in 1 year? Because you're too jealous. You even went after the customers at my company. So it's because I'm too jealous. Then divorce me. So you're tired of a jealous woman like me, right? Fine, whatever you want. Can we go to sleep now? The room became silent, each lying in their own bed. Lamb Tuesday fell asleep, but Luke Tan couldn't sleep. He turned to look at her, deep in thought. Should I really divorce her? The next morning, Luke Tan woke up early to go home, because the company had an important meeting, and he had to go early to prepare. Seeing that she was still sleeping soundly, he didn't wake her, letting her sleep a little longer. After she arrived at the company, seeing Luke Tan arrive early, Kwok Dat asked, Luke Tan, you came so early? Today there's an important meeting, so I need to prepare some documents. What about yesterday? You weren't beaten by your mom, were you? No, my mom is smart. How could she misunderstand so badly? I'm relieved then. I was scared to death yesterday. I was so worried that you'd come home and get chased around by your mom. You're only good at making things up. So are you and Lamb Tuesday really getting divorced? Well, it should be that way. But she just had an accident. Isn't it too much to divorce her right away? I'm afraid she'll make a scene in the end, and you'll suffer again. Luke Tan sighed and asked, Kwokdat, it seems like Lamb Tuesday has changed. She took the initiative to propose the divorce to me. No way. She loves you so much. She stuck to you so closely that you felt suffocated. How could she take the initiative to propose a divorce? Are you teasing me? It's true. Last night at the hospital, she took the initiative to propose a divorce to me. I feel like she changed after the accident. Tan Nak even came to the hospital to provoke her, but she didn't get angry, didn't hit her. She was very calm, even encouraging me to be with Tan Nak. Her attitude is completely opposite of what it used to be. If it were before, Tan Nak would have been beaten to a pulp. But yesterday, Lamb Tuesday was very calm, and nothing happened. Is that true? Did her brain get damaged in the accident? Otherwise, she wouldn't be like that. Luke Tan then said, the doctor said she had a brain injury. Could that be why her personality changed? Do you think she's better now than before? She's better now. Before, she was too blindly jealous, which scared me. Kwokdat saw that Luke Tan was very happy when he mentioned Lamb Tuesday. He winked and asked, it's been a long time since I've seen you in such a good mood. How about you don't get divorced for now and give each other another chance to reconcile? Because I think you still have feelings for Lamb Tuesday. You think I still have feelings for her? No way. I can tell by looking at you. Don't be so stubborn. I'm busy. I don't have time to wait for her. If she wants me, she has to actively pursue me from the beginning. I'll think about it and give her a chance. If she doesn't want to, then I don't need her either. After speaking, Luke Tan grabbed the file and walked out. Kwokdat laughed. He thought, he clearly still has feelings for his wife, but doesn't want to admit it. Once you lose your wife, don't complain to me. Mrs. Hong began to plan how to save her son and daughter-in-law's marriage. Seeing her pack clothes and a suitcase, her husband came over and asked, where are you going with your clothes? I'm moving to Tan's house. I'll be going back and forth between the two houses. Bear with it for a while. I'll come back to you when the kids have settled down. That's the right thing to do. Let's try to make this work for the two of them. It breaks my heart to see them getting a divorce. Yes, I still think their marriage is salvageable, that's why I'm giving it a shot. Well, let's at least try for the sake of the children. Alright, keep me updated on the situation. I will. I'll come over during the day while they're both at work. Okay. Now, let's go pick up our daughter-in-law from the hospital. So glad she's being discharged. Great, let's go. Lin Hui had recovered and was being released from the hospital early. Her parents-in-law arrived to take her home. As she looked around the house she shared with Lu Chang, it felt unfamiliar and strange. She couldn't remember their wedding or whether Lu Chang had bought the house or if his parents had gifted it to them. Her memory loss spanned the last 2 years. Everything before that was still clear. Losing 2 years of memories was a significant problem for Lin Hui. Why was she acting so clueless? Like a new bride in a new home. She thought her bedroom was upstairs, so she started dragging her suitcase in that direction. Mrs. Hong noticed and asked, where are you taking your things? Up to the bedroom, Mom. Your room with Lu Chang is over there. Why would you take them upstairs? Lin Hui thought in a panic. Oh no, I forgot about my memory loss. I don't even remember where my own bedroom is. She quickly said, oh, I have some things I need to hang up to dry. Alright, go ahead. Then come downstairs and have some fruit with me. Yes, Mom. Upstairs. Lin Hui quickly checked out each room to avoid being caught off guard by her mother-in-law's questions. Mrs. Hong stayed so long that it was already past 6 p.m. Lin Hui finally asked, Mom, shouldn't you be going home to prepare dinner for Dad? No, dear, your father and I are separated right now. So, I'll be staying here with you two for a while. I'll go back when your father realizes his mistakes. You don't mind if I stay for a month, do you? Lin Hui's eyes widened. She hesitated and asked, Stay for a month? Why are you and Dad separated? Your father and I have been disagreeing a lot lately. We argue every time we see each other, creating a ruckus in the house, and it's exhausting. I want to live apart for a while to see how things go. Men will be men, they all have their flaws. But if things can be salvaged, we should give each other another chance, dear. Lin Hui knew her mother-in-law was indirectly talking about her and Lu Cheng, so she forced a smile. You're right, Mom. Should we go to the kitchen and start making dinner? You already went to the market and bought so much food for your daughter-in-law. Yes, let's go. Lin Hui gave a strained smile. She smiled outwardly, but inwardly she felt like crying. What kind of crazy situation was this? She and Lu Cheng were on the verge of divorce, and now her mother-in-law was moving in? How could she and Lu Cheng fight to see who would win? After they finished cooking, Lu Cheng came home. It had been a long time since he'd been home by 7 p.m. Mrs. Hong had texted him earlier, telling him to come home early for dinner with her and Lin Hui because Lin Hui was being discharged from the hospital. Mom, I'm home. Mrs. Hong, who was sitting in the living room, saw her son and looked at the clock. She started lecturing him. No matter how busy you are, you shouldn't work past 7 p.m. You used to work until 9 or 10 at night. You were exhausted, and you couldn't nurture your relationship with your wife. From now on, come home before 7 p.m., son. But I am busy. You're always so focused on work, making so much money while leaving your wife alone at home. Then your wife starts overthinking, and your relationship falls apart. What's the point of making so much money? Your family and your wife are important, and you can't buy them with money. Lu Cheng knew he couldn't argue with his mother, so he nodded and said, Yes, you're right. Oh, and I'm letting you know that I'll be staying here for a month. You don't mind, do you? A month? What about Dad? Your dad and I are separated. I'm just staying here temporarily. Don't worry, son. I'll be good and won't bother you and your wife. But, does that mean I won't have my freedom and space? I can't leave my wife at home and spend the night with Guoda. You aren't happy that I cannot quarrel with my wife when you are staying here, are you not? Lu Cheng quickly said, No, that's not what I meant. You're misunderstanding me. So, you're happier with me here? Yes. Good. Now go take a shower and come eat. I'm hungry. Yes, I know. Lu Cheng slowly walked to the bedroom. Mrs. Hong smiled to herself. He can't fool me. I gave birth to him. I know what he's thinking. I'll be here to see if they dare to argue with each other in front of me. Lu Cheng returned to the room. Lin Hui was showering, but she had forgotten to bring her clothes into the bathroom. She thought Lu Cheng wasn't home yet, so she wrapped a towel around herself and came out. When she saw Lu Cheng sitting in the room, she screamed in surprise. Lu Cheng, why are you home so early? Seeing Lin Hui after her shower, with her body looking so good, Lu Cheng suddenly felt a surge of heat. He pretended not to care and said, Why are you screaming? You used to do this all the time. You used to do this all the time? That's right, you used to shower late, waiting for me to come home, and you always wanted us to shower together. Lin Hui, why do you forget all of that? Are you really suffering from memory loss? Are you crazy? Just because I have memory loss doesn't mean I don't remember our year of marriage or the times I went to confront the other women. I don't have memory loss. Don't start imagining things. She opened the closet to get her clothes, and as she raised her arm, the towel slipped off, revealing her entire body to Lu Cheng. She gasped and quickly grabbed the towel, running back into the bathroom. She tripped because she was moving so fast and fell in the bathroom. When Lu Cheng saw her fall, he instinctively rushed in to help her. Lin Hui, are you okay? I hurt my butt. It hurts so much. Lu Cheng picked her up and carried her out. He laid her on the bed, her naked body still in his sight. When she saw him looking at her chest, she slapped him hard across the face. How dare you look at my chest, you jerk? She raised her hand to slap him again, but he said, Hey, watch it! What do you have that I haven't seen before? We're married. Why are you being so violent? She still tried to slap him. He grabbed her hand, pushed her down on the bed, and said, Lin Hui, stop being so stubborn, or else. He held one hand while she tried to slap him with the other. He couldn't stand her stubbornness. So, he leaned down and kissed her, then said, Keep hitting me. Every time you hit me, I'll kiss you. Let's see who wins. How dare you kiss me? Do you want to die? Who gave you permission to kiss me? You bastard! Let me go. Lu Cheng looked at Lin Hui in surprise. Her strong reaction caught him off guard. She was always the one who actively clung to him, always the one who initiated physical contact. But today, when he touched her, she reacted as if he was assaulting her. Why was Lin Hui reacting so strongly? She pushed him away and covered herself with the blanket. Get out. I'm warning you. From now on, if you touch me, you're dead. Fine. If that's what you want, I'll leave. I am going to leave. Lu Cheng stood up, and Lin Hui said, Wait. She took the divorce papers from the drawer and said, Sign it. Let's divorce quickly and set each other free. Lin Hui, you just got out of the hospital, and you've already prepared the divorce papers? I had Min Trang do it yesterday. Read it carefully and sign it. Lu Cheng picked up the papers and saw that she wasn't asking for a division of assets. He asked, You're not asking for a division of assets? No, you transferred 5 billion to me 2 days ago. That's enough for me. I didn't work during our year of marriage, and I basically can't do anything. So I won't ask for anything else from you. Let's divorce peacefully. Lu Cheng was about to sign when Mrs. Hong's voice came from outside. Are you two done? Komeit. He handed the papers to her and said, My mother is here. We can't get divorced right now. Let's talk about it after she goes home. I can't wait. Sign it and I'll have Min Trang submit it for us. Can't you wait another month? No, I don't want to wait even a day. Will you wait if I give you 1 billion for 1 month? When Lin Hui heard about the billion, her eyes lit up. An extra month to earn 1 billion. For someone unemployed like her, that was a lot of money. She thought it wouldn't be a problem to wait an extra month. So she said, 1 billion for 1 month? Yes. She pointed to her phone and said, All right, I'm not in a hurry. Waiting another month is fine. Transfer the money. I already did. Seeing the added balance, Lin Hui smiled contentedly. Okay. Do you have any requests for this month? I won't ask for anything too extreme. Just be a little well-behaved in front of my mother. Don't make trouble, don't scold me, and don't hit me. You make it sound like I'm abusive. Don't worry, for this month, I'll be a good, understanding, and considerate wife, and I'll call you my king. Good, then let's go eat. My mother is waiting. Yes, my love. Lin Hui's drawn-out, saccharine words made Lu Cheng's skin crawl, and the hairs on his neck stood on end. It was terrifying. Lin Hui, is that really you? Is that you, my dear wife? Then she walked out first. Lu Cheng stood there in a daze for a few minutes before coming to his senses. Oh God. Her sweet, saccharine tone is really scary. While they sat and ate dinner, Mrs. Hong said, From now on, I'll cook, and we'll eat together every night. Okay? Lu Cheng nodded and said, Yes. Lin Hui said, Mom, I want to go to work. I don't feel good being at home for a year. What do you think? Mrs. Hong immediately agreed because she knew that Lin Hui had been overthinking and being overly jealous because she had too much free time at home. If she went to work, she would be busier and wouldn't have time to think about nonsense. Moreover, women who are financially independent feel better than relying on their husbands. She happily said, "That's a good idea, dear. You should go out and work, meet people and socialize. Staying at home all the time isn't good." "Yes, thank you, Mom," Lu Chang said. "Then come to my company tomorrow. I'll arrange a suitable job for you." "Oh, no need. I can work at my friend's place. My friends at Meng Hai and Meng Ning's company are there, and so is Min Trang. Besides, advertising is my major." "Lin Hui, you should work at your husband's company. Why would you work anywhere else?" "My friend's company is more fun." "Lin Hui, don't you want me to work somewhere else? What are you worrying about? Or do you care about me?" "I'm afraid you won't be able to do it and make me lose face. Do you think I care about you?" Seeing Lu Cheng's attitude, Mrs. Hong smiled. Lu Cheng was jealous but pretended not to care. She had to support Lin Hui's decision to teach Lu Cheng a lesson. Mrs. Hong said, "I think it's better to let your wife work where she wants to. That way, she'll be happier and more comfortable." Lin Hui nodded and said to Lu Cheng, "Mom's right. If I work with you, it will be hard for you to flirt with other women. If I'm not there, you'll have more freedom to go out with girls without me controlling you. Shouldn't you be happy? Am I right, Mom?" Mrs. Hong nodded in agreement with her daughter-in-law. "That's right. Lu Cheng, you're so lucky." Lu Cheng said unhappily, "Mom, what's wrong with you? My wife is already crazy, and you're agreeing with her?" "Naturally. We women understand and sympathize with each other. Stop complaining." "I have nothing to say to you, Mom. I don't care. I have my daughter-in-law. Right, dear?" "Yes, Mom," Lin Hui said to Lu Cheng. "Let's just decide that. Besides, I've made too much trouble at your company over the past year. If I go there to work now, people will laugh at me. I don't want people to laugh at me. It's embarrassing. If I lose face, you won't be happy either. It's better for me to work somewhere else." Lu Cheng blurted out, "You're Mrs. Lu. No one would dare to say anything to you, or they'll be fired. It's your husband's company. What do you want to do? Who can say anything to you? In short, I don't like it and Qing Yu is always provoking me. When I hit her, you hate me. Our marriage is falling apart, so it's better for me to avoid it." Lin Hui gave him a mixed message. Lu Cheng was angry but couldn't do anything about it. He said, "Don't worry. I won't stop you if you hit her this time. She deserves to be hit." Mrs. Hong saw that her son understood the problem and cared about his daughter-in-law, so her plan would succeed sooner. But to make Lu Cheng jealous when he saw his wife working elsewhere, she needed to be even tougher. She said, "Okay, you two stop arguing. Let Lin Hui work where she likes. So Lu Cheng and Qing Yu can spend more time together. That's the best way to avoid Lin Hui and Qing Yu meeting and fighting. It gives me a headache. Let's just decide that. Now let's eat. Eat quickly."
L'un huit Noded repeatedly.
"You're right, Mom. After we eat, let's go to the mall to shop. Okay?" "Yes, dear." Mrs. Hong turned to Lu Cheng and said, "You'll drive your mother and wife to the mall later? Got it?" Lu Cheng sighed. "Yes. Bring your credit card and pay for us. Don't just bring your body without any money. Understand?" "I understand." After dinner, Lu Cheng took Mrs. Hong and Lin Hui shopping. Mrs. Hong kept choosing clothes for her daughter-in-law, beautiful clothes, handbags, and shoes. Knowing that her daughter-in-law was going to work soon, she chose a lot of nice things for her. Lu Cheng just followed behind, carrying the bags and paying the bills. After shopping, Mrs. Hong told Lu Cheng to wait for her and Lin Hui to get drinks. They went to a romantically decorated cafe for couples. Mrs. Hong pretended to have an appointment with her friend, so she said, "I have to go see my friend, Mai. You two can have drinks here. Take your time and then go home. I'll go see what Mai has to say and then go home later." Lu Chang immediately said, "Let me take you." "No, my driver is coming to pick me up. You two just have drinks. They have a lot of delicious cakes here. Take your time and enjoy them. Tomorrow is the weekend, so it's okay to come home late." Then Mrs. Hong quickly walked out. In reality, she was intentionally leaving to give her daughter-in-law and son some private time together to have drinks and cakes. The beautiful and romantic atmosphere was perfect for the young couple to mend their relationship. After she left, she thought to herself, "I'll do my best to help you two reconcile. I hope you can be happy together soon. Don't let your egos ruin your happiness." Lu Chang looked at Lin Hui and asked, "They have your favorite strawberry cake here. Should I get it for you?" "Yes." Lu Chang watched Lin Hui eat the cake. Her cute and innocent face once again moved him. A stark contrast to her previous harsh expression. Why was she so different from before? But he liked her like this, so adorable. Lin Hui was eating cake, and some cream got on her mouth. He reached out to wipe it off for her, and she looked up at him. They stared into each other's eyes without blinking. He said awkwardly, "You're already so old, but you still get cream all over your face like a child." She put a strawberry in her mouth and said, "Mind your own business." He smiled and looked at her. At that moment, he remembered that it had been a long time since he and she had gone out together like this. "The scenery here is beautiful, isn't it?" "Yes. How did Mom know about this place?" "Maybe Mom and Dad came here before. Wow, we're younger than our parents and are still behind." "That's right. You should learn from Mom and Dad." "I think so too. Over the past few months, I've only been focused on work. Seems like I've missed out on a lot." "Of course. Other people go home early and go on dates, while you come home at 9 or 10 at night. How would you have time to go on dates?" Hearing Lin Hui say that, Lu Chang felt guilty. He had been indifferent and cold towards her for the past year, and then they kept having misunderstandings. She was hot-tempered and jealous for no reason. He was so focused on work that he was indifferent to her. They had never had moments of peace and happiness. He suddenly felt regret and wanted a chance to start over. He said hesitantly, "Lin Hui, I was wrong before and you were wrong too, so why don't we?" As Lu Chang was speaking, Lin Hui's phone rang, and she quickly said, "Wait a minute, I need to answer this phone." Then she turned away to answer the phone, and the words that Lu Chang was about to say got stuck in his throat. Lin Hui sounded very happy on the phone, and he strained to hear. Lin Hui was very happy on the phone and she laughed brightly. Lu Chang could only hear Lin Hui's voice. He couldn't hear what the person calling Lin Hui was saying, but he knew for sure that it was a man's voice. He muttered to himself, "When she's talking to a guy, she smiles like that, but when she's talking to me, she's cranky and irritable. Does she even see me as her husband?" After Lin Hui finished talking on the phone, she turned around and saw that Lu Chang had eaten all of the cake that she had been eating. He had also finished her glass of orange juice. She felt a little confused. According to what Min Trang had told her, she and Lu Chang didn't like each other. Before she got into the car accident, she and Lu Chang had signed the divorce papers. They had argued so fiercely that Lu Chang had stormed out of the house. After she read the provocative messages from Qingyu, she had been provoked and drove to find them. As a result, she had gotten into an accident and lost her memory. It was clear that they were at the point of. Here is the translation of the provided text, rewritten in a slightly expanded and clarified style for better readability. The chasm of their broken marriage loomed large. Yet, seeing how Lu Chang was behaving towards her now, she found it unfamiliar and unsettling. She was confused, but attributing it to her amnesia and the many things she had forgotten, she couldn't quite grasp the situation. Perhaps, in time, as her memories returned, things would become clearer. She asked Lu Chang, "What were you saying just now?" Lu Chang, seemingly sulking, turned away, withholding what he'd wanted to say. His tone was displeased. "It's nothing. Just continue talking with your friend. I wouldn't dare interrupt your good time." Are you angry with me? No, I'm not angry. Good that you're not. The fact is, we're about to divorce, just 1 month away. Such sulking is really unnecessary. Hearing her mention the divorce, he immediately questioned, Are you in such a hurry to divorce? Yes, a woman's youth is fleeting, gone before you know it, so it must be cherished and not wasted. So what about my youth? Doesn't it matter? That's your choice. I can't know that. It's late. Let's go home. In the car, Lu Chang asked her, Lin Hui, you lost your memory after the accident, didn't you? No, I didn't lose my memory at all. Why do you ask? You must have amnesia. Only with amnesia would you want to divorce me. Before, when I suggested divorce, you would cry and make a scene, absolutely refusing. Be honest. You've lost your memories? Forgotten the time we spent together, haven't you? Why are you so certain I have amnesia? Because of your behavior, your change. I'm certain you've lost your memory. Lin Hui finally nodded in acknowledgement. Yes, I have amnesia. I've forgotten the time we were married. I don't remember how we got married. I've only read the messages and listened to what Mingzhuang has told me. I see that we were together for a year, but we weren't happy. I was constantly excessively jealous, controlling you to the point of being perverse. I hit and scolded you, made scenes at your company, putting you in many difficult situations. Even though I don't remember, I can sense how awful I was. So I've come to a clear understanding now. Losing my memory is a good thing for me, so I don't have to torture myself or torture you anymore. It's better for both of us. You were so tired of me. Don't you think my amnesia is a good thing? Yes, I think you have many good points now compared to before. Good then, there's no problem. Why are you still bothered about it? But what about me? It's nothing. Let's go home. Lin Hui teased Lu Chang. You should be thankful that I lost my memory. Only then can you have these rare peaceful days. If I remember, I'll turn your world upside down. You'd probably run away from home again. So I should thank you then. There are only 29 days left until our divorce. By then, it'll be hard for me to even see you. I'll make sure to take a good look while I can. Lu Chang then said something that utterly surprised her. When I said I would change, that I wouldn't let you live in constant anxiety, that I would care for you more, what did you think? Lin Hui shook her head. You can't change. Don't say things like that. Who says I can't? I definitely will change. Lin Hui, would you be willing to start over with me? We'll spend time together. I'll cut back on work, take you out on dates, and we'll have children. Would you agree to start over with me? Lu Chang turned to look at her, but she had already fallen asleep. He nudged her gently, but she didn't respond. You're asleep? You fell asleep so quickly? So, you didn't hear anything I just said? Lu Chang smiled. I think you're eating well and sleeping soundly, like a little pig, but you're also very lovable. Lu Chang drove home, and she remained sound asleep. He carried her inside, and Mrs. Hong, who had just returned, smiled with satisfaction as she saw her son carrying his wife. See, if you two care for each other like this, wouldn't that be so much better? You're newlyweds, but you're always arguing and fighting. No one can stand that. Mrs. Hong quickly went to her room and closed the door. She didn't want to disturb the young couple or prevent them from enjoying their time together. Lu Chang placed Lin Hui on the bed and sat watching her sleep. He became sleepy as well and soon joined her in bed. In the middle of the night, Lin Hui felt cold and snuggled into him. He wrapped his arms around her, and they slept peacefully in each other's arms. After 3 months of coldness, they were finally embracing again. The next morning, Lin Hui woke up, startled to find herself in Lu Chang's arms. She was incredibly embarrassed. Oh my God! How did we end up sleeping together like this? We're about to divorce, yet we're being intimate. I don't understand myself at all. Lin Hui had to admit that Lu Chang was very handsome, and a divorce would be a waste. Lin Hui sighed and got up first, deciding not to wake Lu Chang since he worked hard all week. When Lu Chang woke up at 9 a.m., it was the best sleep he'd had in a long time. Thinking about holding Lin Hui in his arms as he slept, he couldn't help but smile. He went downstairs and saw his mother in the living room. Not seeing Lin Hui, he asked, "Mom, where did Lin Hui go?" "Oh, her friend just came to pick her up to go out." "A male or female friend?" It was clearly Ming Zhuang who came to pick up Lin Hui, but Mrs. Hong said, "A boyfriend, I guess. If you divorce such a lovely girl, there will be plenty of people lining up to marry her." Lu Chang frowned. Now she's openly letting her boyfriend pick her up and take her out. Lin Hui is getting more and more outrageous. Mrs. Hong said casually, "If you want to reconcile with your wife, you better figure something out quickly, or someone will snatch her away, and it will be too late." Lu Chang said resentfully, "Who wants to reconcile with her? She can go out with whoever she wants. I don't care." Sure. Mrs. Hong smiled to herself. He's burning with jealousy but is still putting on a tough act. We'll see how long you can pretend you don't care. Lu Chang went back to his room, his face stormy with displeasure. He wanted to call and ask where Lin Hui was, but he stopped himself. He didn't want her to think he cared, but not calling made him uneasy. Should I call her? After debating, he still didn't dare to. He went out and said to Mrs. Hong, "Mom, why didn't you stop Lin Hui from going out? If you weren't going to stop her, you should have told me." Mrs. Hong calmly replied, "So what if your wife is going out with a friend? You're going to forbid her from seeing friends? You're being too possessive. This is a friend of the opposite sex, do you understand? What if it's the opposite sex? You let Qing Yu come to the company to see me. Now you know how Lin Hui felt when she knew Qing Yu was around, right? Those are two different things. Qing Yu is a client of the company. It's natural for me to meet with her. So the Meng family brothers will soon be Lin Hui's bosses. It's natural for bosses and employees to meet, right?" Hearing his mother's reasoning, Lu Chang couldn't retort. He was out of arguments, so he said, "I'm not going to argue anymore. Call Lin Hui and tell her to come back. Her injuries haven't fully healed, and she's already out and about. It's not good for her. If you want to, you call her yourself." "I'm not going to." "Mom!" Mrs. Hong stood up and said, "I have to go visit my husband. He just texted me saying he misses me a lot. He's old, but he still knows how to care for his wife, unlike some people who are young but don't know anything. You're falling way short of an old man." Mrs. Hong deliberately hinted at her son, hoping he would soon understand what it meant to love someone. She knew that part of the reason their marriage was in such a bad state was because her son didn't know how to love, so she had to find a way to help her son and daughter-in-law reconcile. However, her method was a bit risky. Lu Chang called Guoda. "I'm listening. Help me find out where Lin Hui is. Find your own wife. It's my day off. You shouldn't be assigning me work like this." 100 million. Okay. I'll find her right away." A moment later, Guoda called back. "Your wife is at Ming Zhuang's house. It's Ming Zhuang's birthday today. Meng Ming and Meng Hai are there too. Go there and pick up your wife." "I know. Thank you." Lu Chang hung up. He wanted to go and pick up Lin Hui right away, but then he thought, me picking her up? She'll think I'm jealous and I'll lose face. So, because of his pride, he didn't go to pick up Lin Hui. He drove to Ming Zhuang's house and secretly watched his wife like a pathetic stalker. These lovers are strange. A moment later, Lin Hui came out, and Meng Hai offered to take her home. He went over and said, "Lin Hui, let me take you home." Lin Hui had had a little wine. It was Ming Zhuang's birthday, so she couldn't avoid drinking, and she was easily intoxicated. She nodded in agreement. "Okay, it's no trouble at all. Please hop into the princess's carriage." Lu Chang, hearing Meng Hai call Lin Hui princess, became enraged. He couldn't take it anymore and immediately got out of the car and went over to Lin Hui. Lin Hui was about to get into Meng Hai's car when Lu Chang came over, pulled her towards him, and asserted his ownership in front of Meng Hai. "It's no trouble. I'll take my wife home." Lin Hui was drunk and leaned her head on Lu Cheng's shoulder. Meng Hai immediately asked, "Lu Chang, why are you here?" "I'm picking up my wife. Is that any of your business?" "Mr. Meng, I don't think it's appropriate for you to call another man's wife princess." Meng Hai laughed and said, "Lin Hui told me you two are about to divorce. You, Lu Chang, have cheated on her and betrayed her. What right do you have to forbid me from calling Lin Hui princess?" Meng Hai listened clearly. "As long as Lin Hui and I are not divorced, I am still her husband. Our marriage is still protected by law. Do you want to be a third wheel?" "Yes, for Lin Hui, I don't mind being a third wheel." Lu Chang was furious and about to hit Meng Hai when Lin Hui nestled into his neck and mumbled, "Home. I want to go home." Lu Chang picked Lin Hui up and warned Meng Hai, "You want to interfere in my and Lin Hui's life? Then you can wait for hell." With that, Lu Chang carried Lin Hui into the car and quickly took her home. "Lin Hui, you can't handle alcohol, yet you still drink. You don't know how terrible you look when you're drunk." Lu Chang carried Lin Hui into the house, scolding her as he mumbled, "I only had one glass. I'm not drunk. You call this not drunk? If I hadn't come to pick you up, you would have gotten into that third wheel's car." "Third wheel? Who's named Third Wheel? That's a strange name. Are they Chinese? Open your eyes and look. Look and see who I am." Lin Hui tried to open her eyes wide to see, then happily said, "Ming Zhuang, oh my good friend, you're so strong. You can even carry me." Lu Chang was at a loss with Lin Hui. She was mistaking him for someone else. She looked at him and thought he was Ming Zhuang. He sighed helplessly. "It's a good thing you mistook me for Ming Zhuang. If you had mistaken me for that third wheel, you would be in trouble." Lu Chang placed Lin Hui on the bed. She craned her neck, hugged Lu Chang and said, "Ming Zhuang, sleep with me tonight. Come on, my dear friend. I love you the most in the world." Lu Chang looked at her drunk state and mistaking him for someone else, feeling both angry and amused. "Lin Hui, I'm Lu Chang, not Ming Zhuang. Look closely." "Ming Zhuang, are you afraid of Lu Chang? So you don't dare to stay?" "Don't worry. He's with Qin Yu. He doesn't care about me. I'm so sad. Come here and stay with me." Lin Hui pulled Lu Chang down to lie down. She hugged him tightly, and he couldn't push her away. He just lay there and let her hug him. Eventually, she fell asleep, unaware of anything. So he secretly kissed her. After kissing her, he wanted to kiss her again. She didn't react at all. That meant he could just keep kissing her. The loving emotions inside him fiercely ignited. "Lin Hui, I want you to open your eyes, look at me, and naively ask, 'Who are you?' I'm your husband. Call me husband." "Husband? It's husband." After saying that, he bent down and kissed her passionately. She wanted to push him away, but she was too weak to push him away. He forcefully took possession of her small body. He lowered his head and kissed her neck. The intimate contact created pleasure. She slightly tilted her head back, enjoying the sensation that she vaguely remembered was happening in a dream. Lu Chang madly took her lips, conveniently reaching down to unbutton her buttons. The kiss gently fell down her collarbone and moved further and further. "Lin Hui, it's been 3 months. I really miss you." After experiencing an intense night with Lu Chang, Lin Hui woke up the next morning without any memory of what happened. That's how she was. After a little alcohol, her mind would be hazy, and she wouldn't remember anything. She got up to use the bathroom and noticed that her whole body ached as if she had been run over by a car. "Ouch, what's wrong with me? Why am I so sore all over?" Then she thought that maybe it was because of the change in weather that she was in pain. Seeing herself in the mirror, she panicked when she saw 2 red marks on her neck. as if someone had been kissing her intensely. What happened to my neck? Why is it so red? Lin Hui tried to remember what had happened last night, but she couldn't recall anything. Going outside, she saw Lu Cheng preparing breakfast. Lin Hui, you're awake? Are you hungry? Come here and have breakfast. She sat down, hesitatingly asking him, How did I get home yesterday? I went to pick you up. Where did you sleep last night? In the living room. Oh, really? It's just that I found some marks on my body, but I don't remember anything. He smiled and continued to tease her. You went out and drank and did something bad outside? No, I wouldn't be so casual. Then how do you explain the 2 marks on your neck? I really can't remember. Did you see these marks when you picked me up? Yes, I saw them. Oh no, I'm dead. He took her hand and said, It's not just your neck that has marks. Your chest and butt have marks too. What? Chest and butt too? But how do you know? Could the culprit be you? That's right. The culprit is me. She was furious. You dared to take advantage of me while I was drunk. She raised her hand to hit him. He grabbed her hand. Why are you so fierce? It's not like it's the first time we've done that. Why are you being so fierce? You still dare to say that? She raised her hand and hit him a few times. He hugged her gently. Lin Hui, let's start over. Okay? She pushed him away and said, I have amnesia. I've forgotten you. I don't remember how we got married and lived together. It's okay. If you don't remember, then don't remember. Let's just live in the present and future. Lin Hui, I've been very happy. I can feel happiness from you. So, give me another chance to be with you. Okay? No, let's think about it slowly. I need more time to think. I have plenty of time to wait for you. I don't remember how much I loved you before. Right now, I have amnesia, and I don't love you. I've forgotten all my memories with you.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. You have amnesia, but you'll remember. Maybe you'll remember how much you loved me before. But what if I never remember? Then it's okay too. We'll fall in love all over again. But I believe you'll remember. I'm being sincere. She hesitated and said, I don't want to remember those terrible times. I don't want to go back to being a jealous, overbearing wife who can't distinguish right from wrong. So, let's just get divorced. It will be better for both of us. Divorce? What was last night, then? Just think that you were drunk, you took the initiative to seduce me, and then just forget about it. Do you think you can just forget about it? I can't forget about it. If you can't forget, then try to forget. Or do you want to live those days of being tightly controlled to the point where it was hard to breathe? Do you want to be constantly jealous and randomly hit people like before? We've already been too tired. I don't want to live in that state of anxiety, checking your clothes every day when you come home from work. It's humiliating. I don't want to. With that, she ran quickly back to her room and closed the door, sighing and pondering. Even though she didn't remember, she understood how awful she had been over the past year from what everyone had told her. She didn't want to return to those terrible times that she never wanted to remember. Lu Cheng was saddened by Lin Hui's words. He didn't want to divorce her. It was true that there had been many problems in their marriage over the past year. He had been very stressed, exhausted, and had often wanted to divorce. But in recent days, Lin Hui's changes had made him feel moved again. He didn't want to divorce anymore. He wanted to start over with her, but she had directly refused. He sat down and sighed, pondering when she came out. She was dressed neatly, holding a resume in her hand. He immediately asked, "Are you going for an interview?" "Yes, don't go for an interview. Come and work at my company." "No, I've already been hired by Meng Hai's company. Ming Zhuang and Meng Ning are there, so I'll feel more comfortable." "Well, I'm leaving. Bye." "Let me take you." "No need. I can go by myself." Lu Cheng saw her to the door, reminding her, "Keep your distance from Meng Hai while you're working there. He has intentions toward you." What nonsense are you talking about? Meng Hai and I just see each other as friends. He said I'm willing to be the other woman, he declared. Stay away from him or you'll regret it. Tuesday was unnerved by the resolve in Tana's eyes and meekly replied, Okay, let me know if anything's up. And text me back when I text you. Alright? Yes. Good, get to work. I'll make dinner tonight, so come straight home. Don't dawdle. Her eyes widened. Tan, what's gotten into you? Coming home early and cooking? I'm changing for you, he said. Aren't you touched? More scared than touched. Just be your usual self, no need to change. But I want to change for you. I want to be a good husband, and I hope you'll be a good wife to me. I promise I'll make you feel secure, with no need to worry or feel insecure about me. Promise. Finding his sudden sentimentality unnerving, she beat a hasty retreat to work. At Man Hai's company, Tuesday received preferential treatment. She was assigned a light workload with a generous salary. Man Hai took great care of her, buying her strawberry cake and milk tea, and guiding her attentively to maximize her efficiency.
Watching them, chàng nougat Ninh, hay, Ninh, Hải Lai Tuệ, dance the hair.
I think so too. My big brother has never cared about anyone like this. Trang nodded in agreement. Well, that's good. Tuesday and Tan are getting a divorce anyway, so I'll feel better knowing Hai is there to take care of her. Yeah, that scumbag Tan. Tuesday should have divorced him a long time ago. Trang leaned in and whispered conspiratorially, Hey, let's take this opportunity to set up Tuesday and Hai. What do you think? I'm in. I've wanted Tuesday to be my sister-in-law for ages. My brother has liked Tuesday for a long time, but she and Tan were engaged back then, so he went abroad. Now that he hears they're getting a divorce, he came running back. Talk about lovesick. If that's the case, we definitely need to matchmake Tuesday with Hai, because Hai is the only one who's right for her. Exactly, I think so too. But Tuesday loves Tan so much. She's madly, uncontrollably in love with him. Will she be able to let go? Nin, have you forgotten Tuesday has amnesia? She doesn't remember how much she supposedly loved Tan. She spent a year married to Tan and remembers none of it. I think Hai definitely has a chance now. And with that, Trang and Nin began plotting their matchmaking scheme. Meanwhile, at work, Tan was struggling to focus, his mind preoccupied with Tuesday. He couldn't even hear people's opinions during the meeting. Dat had to nudge him to get his attention. After the meeting, back in his office, Dat asked, Tan, what's up with you today? Why were you so distracted? Tan sighed, Hey, Tuesday started working at Hai's company today, so she's going to be around my rival every day. What am I supposed to do? Oh, why didn't you have her come work here? She refused. She said she's embarrassed because she caused too much trouble here before, so she doesn't want to come back. True, your wife used to come here and make a scene every other day, even hitting female employees. Honestly, she's changed now, but I get why she'd be embarrassed. Still, the thought of her working with Hai, I can't stand it. You're jealous? I thought you two were about to get divorced. You were complaining to me about how exhausting it was to live with her. Why are you so upset now? That was before, this is now. Why are you bringing up the past? What happened? Did you two rekindle things after I saw you pick her up drunk the other night?
Thành nốt đét in confirmation.
Dad exclaimed excitedly. There you go. I told you if a couple doesn't do that regularly, the feelings will fade. Rekindle the romance, and things will be different. See? Didn't I tell you? Yeah, well, after a night of passionate lovemaking, she brought up divorce again the next morning. Dad choked on his water. Hearing this, he asked in disbelief, No way. Are you not performing well enough in bed? Just kidding. How could you not be good? 3 times that night for an hour each time. Then why does she still want a divorce? She said she's forgotten our marriage, and she's afraid she'll remember it one day. She doesn't want to be an overbearing, jealous wife like before. She's afraid she'll control me obsessively again. She doesn't want to build a relationship only to have conflicts erupt again. I get it. So, now that she has amnesia, she's being very understanding. She's afraid that when she remembers everything, your marriage will become terrible, stressful, and exhausting like before, right? Exactly, she's right too. But the important thing is, do you accept that? Or do you only accept her now that she's understanding, but you won't accept her when she remembers everything? What she's worried about is that when she remembers everything, you won't accept her anymore. I accept it. I've thought it through. Before, she was so overly jealous because of me too. If I had paid more attention to her, maybe she wouldn't have been that way. Dad smiled and said, "You've realized the problem. You used to be obsessed with work all day long, never getting home before 9 p.m. And when your wife got angry, you argued with her and even went to my place to sleep. That's why you two drifted further and further apart. If you want your wife to change, you have to change yourself." Yeah, I understand now. From now on, I won't be like that anymore. I'll come home early to have dinner with her, take her out, and take care of her. That's great. I believe you can do it. You two will be very happy. Dad, I have a question for you. Go ahead. She's avoiding me right now. She doesn't want to sleep with me. It's like she doesn't care about me. What should I do? Could it be you're not attractive enough? Work out. Show off your abs to her. Seduce her. I think that'll work. Tan found Dat's suggestion too degrading. It's too embarrassing to do that. I'm so handsome and debonair. Do I really have to resort to that? Then can you think of a better way than mine? There isn't one. My way is the most effective. No way, I can't do that. It's too embarrassing. Suit yourself, but you'll regret it if you don't follow my advice. Dad said and left. Outwardly, Tan acted like he didn't care, but after work, he went home early to work out. After working out, he even stood naked in front of the mirror, admiring his physique. Then, Tan came up with an idea, a tactic he had seen in movies that was very effective. He grinned. I know what to do. Tuesday arrived home to a familiar voice. Tuesday, you're back from work? Are you tired? She turned around, her eyes widening at the sight of Tan standing and cooking. He was wearing dress pants and an apron over his bare chest, showing off his toned physique. He was looking at her with a fiery gaze of passion. Her eyes went from his face down to his pecs, and she couldn't help but swallow hard. Asterisk, how could he be so hot? Tuesday, get a grip, don't be seduced by his looks. You're about to divorce him, don't let him trick you. Asterisk, but despite her thoughts, she walked over to him, unable to resist reaching out and squeezing his chest. So firm, she mused. It's all yours, he replied. Feel free to use it. What do you mean, use it? He stroked her hair and said gently, My wife, you can do whatever you want. What are you shy about? Her face flushed red. I'm going to take a shower. It's hot. Wait for me. Why are you following me? I'm hot too. Let's shower together. No way. I'll scrub your back and massage you to make you comfortable. Come on, let me help you undress. You pervert. Get out of here. Tan went to work in high spirits. His joyful and happy expression didn't escape Dat's notice. Dat walked over, put his arm around Tana's shoulder, and said, Looks like someone rekindled the romance last night. You know everything, don't you? I can tell by looking at your face. Looks like your relationship is progressing in a positive direction. Yeah, keep it up. You two will be happily ever after. I'll try. Want some coffee? I'll make some. Okay. Dat went to make coffee. Tan was checking documents when knock arrived. She stormed in, looking displeased. Tan, why did you terminate the collaboration with our company? We were collaborating happily, and everything was going smoothly. Tan said sternly, Because I don't want to work with someone as despicable as you. Despicable? How? Is it wrong of me to like you? You didn't reciprocate my feelings. Why do you have to terminate the entire contract? Haven't you thought about it? Knock, don't think you can fool me. You dared to text my wife a challenge. Do you think I'll let you get away with that? Okay, yes, I texted her. But does that mean you can ruin the entire contract and cause my company such a huge loss? And the penalty for violating the contract isn't small either. Why do you have to do this? Can't you just let it go? My wife said she doesn't want to see you anymore. If I keep collaborating with you, you'll keep showing up at my company, and my wife won't be happy. So, the best way to keep you from showing up is to terminate the collaboration. You're willing to lose billions just to appease your wife. That's so childish. Yes, I'm being childish because I collaborated with you. If I hadn't collaborated with you in the first place, my wife wouldn't have misunderstood me. Knox said unhappily. Tan, our families are so close, your grandfather and my grandfather were like brothers. Are you willing to throw away our family's friendship just to appease your wife? Don't you think that's a bit much? Tan remained calm and said frankly, I've warned you so many times. Do you remember what I told you last year? The day you confessed to me, a month after I got married. I told you that I had a wife and I wasn't interested in you. Other than work, I have nothing to say to you, but you refused to listen and kept bothering me. And then recently you texted my wife to challenge her, publicly trying to break us up. You were relying on our family's close relationship, relying on your brother and grandfather to back you up, so you did whatever you wanted, right? Well, let me tell you, things have come to this point, and I'm not afraid to cut ties with your family. Tan, you dare cut ties with my family? Have you asked your grandfather about this? I'm the one making the decisions now. My grandfather is old and retired. Why are you sacrificing so much money and resources? You and Tuesday are getting divorced anyway. I told you my business is none of your concern. Even if Tuesday and I do get divorced, the Luke Corporation will still terminate the collaboration with you. Tan, listen to me clearly. You will regret your decision today. Nok left angrily. Dad brought the coffee over. Seeing Nok's angry expression outside, he said, Nok, what's wrong? Nok glared at Dat and said, The Luke Corporation is about to go bankrupt. If you want a better job, come work for me. Dat laughed and said, Work for you, Nok? Sorry, you can't afford to hire me. You're such a loyal dog. Like master, like servant. You're all fools. You're barking nonsense, Nok. Looks like I need to teach you a lesson. Dat threw the coffee at Nok. She screamed, Dat, you dare throw coffee on me. Do you want to die? What are you shouting for? Someone as uneducated as you deserves it. I'll call the police on you. Go ahead, call them. I'll call them too for insulting me and see who gets the harsher sentence. Nok was furious and stormed off. Dat placed the coffee on Tana's desk. Here's your coffee. Tan noticed that Dat only brought one cup and asked, Where's yours? I just threw it at Nok. Oh. Dat sat down and asked, Tan, did you really terminate the collaboration with the Lamb family? Yeah. No wonder Nok was so angry, but you'll have to pay a penalty. A very large one. If your parents and grandfather find out, you'll be in trouble. I've been prepared for a long time. I'll bear all the consequences. This is the only way she won't pester me and my wife won't misunderstand me. But I have to admit, Nok is quite the schemer. You're married, and she's been clinging to you for years, always using work as an excuse to see you. Why does she like being the other woman so much? She's probably like her mother. It's genetic. Her mother was a mistress. She tried to steal someone else's husband for years but never got a proper title. Although she never became the legal wife, Mr. Lamb brought her home to be his daughter-in-law, so she was considered a successful husband stealer. Like mother, like daughter. Luckily, you didn't fall into her trap. Who knows? She might even be pregnant with your child now. I wouldn't even look at her. What a low-class woman. No way, Mr. Lamb may be stupid, but I'm not. That's the Tan I know. So, tell me, are you really going bankrupt? I have to compensate a lot for terminating the collaboration with the Lamb family, but I'll earn it back. Don't worry, I won't go bankrupt. I think so too. The Luke Corporation collaborates with many large corporations, not just the Lamb Corporation. Just then, the phone rang, and Tan said, "The storm's coming." Then he answered the phone. "Yes, Grandpa. I'll come home to the family residence to see you. I'm on my way." Tan hung up, stood up, and told Dad, "I'm going to the family residence to face the music. Help me with my work." "Hey, will your grandfather beat you to death?" "Probably not to the point of death. Maybe you should prepare some ointment for the bruises." "Got it. Don't argue with him when you get back. The more you argue, the angrier he'll get, and the more he'll beat you." "I know." At the family residence, Mr. Hung was angrily scolding his son and daughter-in-law.
Mr. Hung S. Tanch Gerangfat.
He is the founder of the Luke Corporation. He is 80 years old this year. He has handed over all the family's business to his eldest son, Tana's father. However, because Tana's father fell ill last year and had to rest and receive treatment for a long time, he handed over the business to Tan 5 years ago. Over the past 5 years, Tan has run the Luke Corporation very well. He is hardworking and passionate about his work, and there have been no mistakes. But this time, he terminated all collaboration with the Lamb family without permission, causing severe losses to the Luke Corporation, and Mr. Hung and Mr. Lamb are very close. The two old men have been close friends for decades. In the past, they wanted to arrange a marriage between their families, but Mrs. Hong was quicker and arranged for Tan to marry Tuesday. She was too fast, and Mr. Hung didn't have time to react. Therefore, Mr. Hung still doesn't like the daughter-in-law his son chose. In the past year, he has never spoken to his granddaughter-in-law or invited her to the family residence for dinner. Nak is the one he chose for Tan. But Tan listened to his mother and Tuesday, which made Mr. Hung unhappy. Since his grandson got married, Mr. Hung has never visited his grandson and granddaughter-in-law. This time, Tan terminated the collaboration with the Lamb family without permission, causing huge losses. Mr. Hung was even more angry. One thing after another, he scolded his son and daughter-in-law. "Look at what your son has done. Your precious son terminated the collaboration with the Lamb family without permission, causing severe losses to the Luke Corporation. Why don't you manage your son?" Mrs. Hong said, "Dad, Tan has always thought things through very carefully. The Lamb family must have done something to affect Tan, so he terminated the collaboration." "You're still arguing with me? Do you think I'm old, so you can say whatever you want? The Lamb family didn't do anything to affect the Luke Corporation. It's because Tan is afraid his wife will be jealous that he terminated the collaboration so Nak won't come to the company anymore. Because every time Nak comes to the company, she causes a big scene and gets jealous. What good is a Tan who is so afraid of his wife? What can he do?" Mrs. Hong stubbornly defended her son and daughter-in-law. "Dad, Tan isn't afraid of his wife. It's because Nak is too much, so he made that decision. Tuesday didn't force him to do anything. You're always defending your daughter-in-law. What good is your kindness? The Luke Corporation just suffered a loss of nearly 100 billion. Do you think that's a small amount? Dad, don't think too much. Tan will quickly earn back that money. What about the relationship between our two families? How can I face Mr. Lamb? You're making it sound so simple. Then just think of everything as simple. Besides, you can't force your grandson because of your friendship with your old friend." Here's the English, US translation, rewritten in an interpret and clarify style. He's my father's nephew, still young, with a whole future ahead of him. How can we force him to follow in his grandfather's footsteps? He'd be much better off with me. Imagine if he'd married Tan Nak as I wanted, the Lu and Lam corporations would be joining forces. Marrying Lamb Tuesday has only brought losses, no benefits whatsoever. Dad, who still arranges marriages these days? Just leave them alone. They're adults, they can decide for themselves. Sister, if you hadn't brought Lamb Tuesday into the Liu family, I wouldn't be dealing with this headache. I wanted Luke Tan to marry Tan Nak, but you refused and brought that burden into our home. My family has been turned upside down. Your judgment of character is so poor, yet you still stubbornly defend your daughter-in-law. I give up on you. Dad, I did choose Lamb Tuesday for Luke Tan back then, but Tan agreed to it at the time. He liked Lamb Tuesday, that's why he agreed. I didn't force him into anything. Please don't blame me. Old Mr. Hung sighed deeply. Do you think I'm too old to understand what's going on? Luke Tan and Lamb Tuesday are having problems and are on the verge of divorce. Let's use this opportunity to get them divorced. Mrs. Hong immediately disagreed. Absolutely not. You can't say things like that. Luke Tan and Lamb Tuesday are doing very well right now. We can't interfere in their lives. They're old enough to decide for themselves, Dad. Mr. Hung glared at her. Don't you dare contradict me. Lamb Tuesday is not good enough for Tan. She has been causing problems for him for a year now. She's irrationally jealous and has attacked innocent people. She's selfish and petty. I've made Tan suffer too much already. You're Tan's mother. You should help your son escape from that selfish wife. Instead, you're siding with your daughter-in-law and making your son's life miserable. I've never seen a mother like you. Mrs. Hong tried to explain to Mr. Hung. It's true that Lamb Tuesday used to cause trouble, but she has changed now. She won't be like that anymore. And importantly, Luke Tan loves her very much. We should respect their decisions, Dad. Changed? What about that jealous scene at the company 10 days ago? What about that? Mr. Hung challenged. Mrs. Hong faltered. You know about that too? Of course I know. I know Lamb Tuesday framed Tan Nak and even hit her head, requiring 7 stitches. Tan had to compensate Tan Nak $500 million for damages. Mrs. Hong quickly said, That was the last time, Dad. She has changed. She's very well behaved now. She won't cause any more trouble. So, you're saying Lamb Tuesday has been reformed for 10 days? Hong, you're so blindly supporting your daughter-in-law that the Liu Corporation is suffering heavy losses. It's because Tan Nak deliberately tried to drive a wedge between Luke Tan and Lamb Tuesday. She sent provocative messages to Lamb Tuesday. Tan only stopped the collaboration because of that. It wasn't without reason. If Lamb Tuesday hadn't caused trouble, would Tan have stopped the partnership? Stop making excuses. Immediately tell Luke Tan to divorce that troublemaker. Lamb Tuesday doesn't cause trouble for no reason, Dad. There's always a reason. Mr. Hung angrily slammed his hand on the table. So, you're not going to listen to me? I can't force them to divorce, Dad. Don't be so unreasonable. So, you want the Liu Corporation to go bankrupt? If Tuesday continues to cause trouble like this, something bad will happen sooner or later. Get a grip. At that moment, Luke Tan walked in. The Liu Corporation won't go bankrupt, grandfather. You don't need to worry. Mr. Hung frowned. You finally decided to come home? You called, so I came right away. How's your health, Grandpa? He asked in concern. Scolding your children and grandchildren all day doesn't seem to tire you out. You brat. You dare mock your old grandfather and don't even know where you went wrong? Luke Tan calmly replied, I know what's at stake, Grandpa. The losses are significant, but Tan Nak dared to play dirty behind my back. You know I have principles. You might think I'm foolish for being willing to compensate a large sum of money for such trivial matters. Don't you think? Grandfather, give me 2 years. I'll earn back the money lost this time. But Lamb Tuesday isn't worthy of you. She can't do anything right and causes trouble all the time. What are you waiting for? Divorce her. Luke Tan calmly stated. Lamb Tuesday's behavior is also a result of my actions. It's not entirely her fault. That's why we're starting over together. I've made it clear, and I hope you won't force me to divorce. To protect his marriage, Luke Tan stood up to his grandfather. He refused to obey the order to divorce Lam Tuesday, infuriating the old man. Are you defying me, Luke Tan? I cannot find a suitable partner, but you won't even listen to me? I won't divorce, Grandpa. My affairs with Lam Tuesday are for me to decide. Marriage is my business. Why do you keep interfering? You unfilial grandson. If you had listened to me and married Tan Nak, the Lu Corporation would have reached new heights by now. Look at how much damage Lam Tuesday has caused the Lu Corporation and all the trouble she has brought upon you. Don't you see you made a terrible mistake? I can handle it myself. You don't need to worry, Grandpa. Luke Tan, just get a divorce. Tan Nak said if you divorce, she'll be by your side and won't mind your past. Leave the Lam family to me. The Lu and Lam families joining forces would be fantastic. The Lu Corporation will reach new heights, and no one will surpass us. Grandpa, I don't like Tan Nak. I'll never be with her. Don't say any more. It's useless. Mrs. Hong, seeing the situation, tried to help her son. Dad, don't force Luke Tan. Marriage is a lifelong commitment. Let him decide for himself. You're still defending him? Instead of guiding him in the right direction, you're covering for him. When he goes down the wrong path, it's the mother's fault. Although Mr. Hung tried to pressure Luke Tan into divorcing, he remained firm in his decision. Enraging Mr. Hung, someone, bring the family law rod here. Mrs. Hong protested. What era is this? You're still using the family law rod? You're so old-fashioned. If you say another word, I'll revise the will. Don't blame me if you end up on the streets with nothing. Dad, I have nothing more to say to you. Luke Tan turned to his mother. I'm okay, Mom. Just go home. Don't argue with Grandpa anymore. But your grandfather is being too unreasonable. He wants to beat you now. I can't accept this. Listen to me, Mom. Just go home. Arguing with Grandpa here will only make things worse. Are you sure you're alright? Go home first. Your grandpa is just getting to me, you know that?
I'm okay, Mom.
Just go home. Mrs. Hong gave Mr. Hung a look of disgust and left. Mr. Hung grabbed the family law rod and struck Luke Tan. Luke Tan gritted his teeth and endured the pain. The Lu family had always used the family law rod to punish family members who made mistakes. Even in modern times, Mr. Hung still used this archaic method of discipline. Luke Tan was struck 30 times, leaving his back covered in bloody welts, the blood seeping through his white shirt. After beating his grandson, Mr. Hung felt remorse. He returned to his room and slammed the door shut. Luke Tan returned home, his face pale with pain. With his injured back, he lay face down on the sofa. Lam Tuesday came home from work and saw Luke Tan lying on the sofa with bloody welts on his back. She rushed over in panic. Luke Tan, what happened to you? Why are you so badly injured? I'm fine. Grandpa punished me with 30 strikes of the family law rod. I'll be better in a few days. Don't worry. Badly injured and you say it's nothing? Oh my God. How could Grandpa beat you like this? He was glad she was worried about him. He asked, Are you worried about me? I'm so happy. You're crazy. You've been beaten this badly, and you can still smile? If you care about me a little more, I won't feel the pain as much. Should I take you to the hospital? No need. Just apply some medicine. I'll be better in a few days. Okay. Let me put some medicine on. Lam Tuesday helped Luke Tan take off his shirt. Seeing the dozens of red, bloody welts on his back, she burst into tears. How could they do this? What era is this? Why are they still using such cruel methods to punish their children? He turned to wipe her tears and said, Are you crying for me? I'm not made of wood or stone. Of course I feel the pain. Luke Tan, seeing this, pretended to wince. Ouch! It hurts so much.
I'm dying.
I'm sorry. Did I hurt you? I didn't mean to. Kiss me and I won't hurt anymore. Without thinking, she leaned down and kissed him. He passionately returned the kiss. She pushed him away, but he held her tight. His hands began to slip under her shirt, making her shiver. "Luktan, what are you doing? You're injured." He kissed her neck and said, "I'm only injured in the back. The other parts are fine. I give up on you. Stop messing around. You need to rest." He picked her up. The doctor said a little exercise will help the wound heal faster. "Put me down. Don't mess around. You're injured." Luktan laid her down on the bed and quickly took possession of her body. His back injury unable to stop the intense emotions erupting within him. "Lamb Tuesday, I love you, and are we not getting a divorce?" "We're not getting a divorce. I am yours for this lifetime, but I have amnesia. I do not remember just how in love with you. In that case, let me teach you how to love me." He seized her lips in a forceful kiss. She struggled to push him away but was afraid to touch the wounds on his back. And so she was consumed. A thought flashed through her mind. We had not been intimate for months, but suddenly, how can this all of a sudden? Does he really love me? She shoved him off and said, "Luktan, do you love me?" He answered, "I love you. Can we start this all over again?" "Yes, we shall start this anew. You are my wife for this lifetime. We will be together forever." The couple kissed passionately. One by one, the threads of fabric unwove off of their bodies, and the sounds of skin meeting skin broke the silence of the room. It was 9 p.m. when she awoke. The wafting smells of food awoke her appetite and stomach. Lamb Tuesday went out and she saw Luktan cooking in the kitchen. He had taken off his shirt to make cooking easier. The sight made her heart ache as she watched him labor over the food, and she was suddenly filled with a deep desire to care for him. She could have sworn she had imagined him to be a stone-cold workaholic, yet here, he was cooking with his own 2 hands for her. She could hardly believe it was her life and pinched herself to see if this was reality. "Ah, that hurts." A gentle voice then floated into the room. "My love, please come and eat." Lamb Tuesday and Luktan seemed to be very happy. They have given each other a chance to start all over. The two stayed entwined as they had all day long and were reluctant to part from each other. They both went to work then. Upon returning, they made a habit to pass by the supermarket for grocery shopping. They'd come home and have dinner together in peace. The pair had become as if they were a pair of newlyweds wrapped around each other's fingers. All the bad memories of the past had faded, and only new love and new hope now filled their lives. After they had finished their dinner, they went on dates and watched movies, both taking in the happy moments that they never had before. The two would finally finish out the night in the sheets in each other's arms and a passionate embrace. Luktan finally held her in his arms with satisfaction. She then snuggled herself into his body and said, "Luktan, let's be like this forever. Okay?" "Yes, of course, my love. Let's just say that one day you regain all of your old memories. Do you think I would give you up just because you're a crazed lover and shout at me all day or control me madly? No, I won't, but in the past it was my fault. That day, I cared for you just because I wanted you for myself. You gave me no room to feel safe, so I felt the need to see the things you did outside. It was my fault. There was nothing there between you and I that we could hold on to. But now it is different now." "How is it different now?" "Yes, we are now close to one another, so close now not even a mosquito is able to be near you, so tell me now, when would I have time to be jealous? How about Tan Nak? I ended up terminating all of our contracts. She is no longer allowed to step into my company. So the two of you never had something at all?" "That's right, she only came to the company because it was for business. I was nothing with her, and I will not do what you think I was going to do." "So you wanted to divorce me because I was too jealous? Weren't the times where I would check your underwear too much? There was that? You would check my underwear? Now tell me, why are you crazy in such a way?" "Yup, there it is. I would call all the contacts you had at any time of any day at any place. Whether you were at a meeting or not, I would barge in and make you answer the phone. Then I would inspect all of your clothes, whether the sleeves, the collar, or even the underwear or phone. There were times I was really frightened by you. I will try my best to be better. I'll be the best wife you can have. There will never be a time where I do such a thing. I only hope you can forever be with me like that. I'm the happiest I could be now. So, should we do it once more? I only just got hurt. I know, but please, for a dose to relieve my pain, just one will make it feel better. She then stood up to go and get the medicine. Before she was able to get away, he pulled her back and said, "You are my painkiller, aren't you?" He then kissed her deeply. The two stayed entangled to each other. The heat was turned on. The pair remained together till the morning. All throughout the next day, Lin Tui was full of happiness. The next day, Lin Tui came to work full of fatigue. The waist of Lin Tui was in pain. She walked and grimaced, cursing Luke Tan on how he made her work so hard, and now her waist was in pain. The pain was unbearable. She had felt that he was always keeping her distance, but it was as if she was stuck as the mice were stuck on glue. Lin sat down, and then Min Trang went in and said, "Lin Tui, did you eat breakfast?" "I did. Nowadays, you never seem to eat together with me. You look for breakfast to try and lose weight?" "No. I always have breakfast together with my partner every single day. Nowadays, your partner is so sweet. Is he trying to get back together with you?" Lin Tui then nodded her head and said, "I and Lin Tui together have decided to give it another shot. The man sure loves me. This whole week he would go back early to the market to get food. Every morning he prepares me for breakfast." Min Trang sat down in shock and said, "Lin Tui, what's up with you now? Didn't you want to divorce from him? Now that I am here, you suddenly gave up and turned into a trap? Are you going to turn yourself back into the past? Didn't you suffer all the things he did?" Lin Tui then said, "I got my memories erased. I was to have remembered all of the bad memories, but I have now only the things I now know and will always think good things of him. Whether you would agree or not, I would be with him. I'm going to be there with him and try and make a happy new love life. You are insane. Luke Tan has been betraying you behind your back. You were jealous to him for 17 times in 1 year. I asked Luke Tan already, what if we're on the other side? He said he wouldn't do such a thing. I believed in him, and that would have made him be happy, as now there's someone who loved me. I trust him. With the new old me, it was as if I wanted to show him all of my stuff. A true man would stand right beside me and then tell me. It would be a happy new moment. I was disappointed in you. What's with you that you have to rely on your love life with him? There's plenty of other men who love you out there as well. You shouldn't say that. I and on high are not the people you should be thinking of. I only think of him as an older brother. You got the wrong man. Why would you say that? I'm just trying to care for your best needs. If I can't make you, then what can I do?" Lin Tui opened and then said directly to Min Trang that she could not have just been looking out for what happens. "I have let both Luke Tan and I have one more try to start from the beginning again. Can you try and support me one more time again?" Min Trang was in an uproar, and how was she going to give Lin Tui a chance at all? She stood up. "Just fine. I was disappointed." Min Trang then stood up. "Was Luke then okay?" Love was a personal matter after all. Did Min Trang really need to be so upset? She hadn't spoken a word to Lam Tuesday all morning. Lam Tuesday's questions were met with silence. At lunch, Min Trang didn't even wait for Lam Tuesday, always wearing a haughty expression. Lam Tuesday couldn't understand why Min Trang was so bothered by her getting back together with Luke Tan. She went to Man Hai's office. "Man Hai, can I come in?" "Come in." Min Trang knew Lam Tuesday was back with Luke Tan, but she pretended otherwise. She came to encourage Man Hai to openly pursue Lam Tuesday. "How are you doing, Hai? Have you made a move on Lam Tuesday yet?" Man Hai scratched his head. "I'm waiting until Lam Tuesday and Luke Tan are divorced before officially pursuing her. Pursuing her now, while they're still married, would make me the other man." Min Trang immediately countered, "Don't think like that. Lam Tuesday and Luke Tan have been over for ages. They're just waiting for the court date. If you don't act fast, someone else will snatch her up. Besides, Lamb Tuesday is at her most vulnerable right now. She'll be more easily moved by you. You should seize this opportunity to pursue her. Man High hesitated, asking, "You think it's best for me to pursue Lamb Tuesday now?" "Absolutely. Don't hesitate, I'll help you." Lamb Tuesday was working when Man High approached. He handed her a box of strawberry pastries and said, "Lamb Tuesday, I bought you these pastries. Have a snack before you continue working." She said shyly, "You bought me pastries again? You're embarrassing me. Please don't buy me any more. I just happened to pass by the bakery, so I got you some." Afterward, Man High placed a pot of flowering cactus on her desk. The cactus was blooming with beautiful red flowers. Lamb Tuesday picked up the cactus, excitedly saying, "A flowering cactus. Oh, it's so beautiful. Do you like it? I got it for you. It's beautiful, I love it. Thank you so much. I'm glad you like it." Little did Lamb Tuesday know that Min Trang, outside the door, was taking pictures of Man High and Lamb Tuesday standing close together. The angle of the shot made it appear as though Lamb Tuesday and Man High were very intimate, creating further misunderstanding for anyone who saw it. Min Trang smirked and walked in, saying, "Hi, buying pastries for Lamb Tuesday again? You're so attentive to her. I'm getting jealous." Lamb Tuesday held out the pastry box. "Min Trang, have some. It's too big for me to finish. I don't like sweets anyway, but I do like grilled foods." Man High cheerfully suggested, "Then let's go out for grilled food after work tonight. I know a super delicious barbecue place."
Minh Trang eagerly responded, "Sounds good."
"Let's go right after work tonight. I'll tell Man Nin too." Lamb Tuesday didn't want to go. She was about to decline when Min Trang said, "Lamb Tuesday, if you don't come, I'll really be upset with you." Lamb Tuesday didn't want Min Trang to be mad at her, so she agreed. "I'll go, don't be mad at me." "I won't be mad at you." Settled then. After work, Lamb Tuesday texted Luke Tan, telling him she was going out with Min Trang, so she wouldn't be home for dinner. Luke Tan happily agreed, only reminding her not to drink too much. The four of them went out to eat. Min Trang and Man Nin sat on one side, while Lamb Tuesday and Man High sat on the other. Hai picked up food for Lamb Tuesday and peeled shrimp for her. All of his caring and intimate gestures were secretly photographed by Min Trang. Min Trang encouraged everyone to drink alcohol, but Lamb Tuesday, remembering Luke Tan's reminder, declined. "You guys go ahead and drink, I won't have any." Man High cheerfully said, "Then have some orange juice." However, Min Trang pressured Lamb Tuesday to drink alcohol. She knew Lamb Tuesday's weakness was alcohol. Even the smell of it would make her lightheaded. Trang wanted Lamb Tuesday to get drunk so Man High would have more opportunities to get close to her, increasing the chances of her plan succeeding. She handed a glass of alcohol to Lamb Tuesday and said, "Lamb Tuesday, just one glass. It's weird for three of us to be drinking and one person to be drinking juice." Lamb Tuesday still wanted to refuse Min Trang when she said, "Just one glass. I won't be upset, I promise." Sure enough, Min Trang's words made it impossible for Lamb Tuesday to refuse. "I'll just drink half a glass. I'm afraid I'll start talking nonsense if I get drunk." "Don't worry. I'll take you home. What are you worried about? How can such a tiny glass of wine make you drunk?" Under Min Trang's relentless pressure, Lamb Tuesday had to drink the entire glass of alcohol. And just as Min Trang predicted, Lamb Tuesday became tipsy, slumping her head on the table. Seeing this, Man High supported her, letting her rest her head on his shoulder. Min Trang once again took out her phone and snapped a picture. After they finished eating, Min Trang even pulled Man Nin away first, leaving Man High with the opportunity to take Lamb Tuesday home. Because Lamb Tuesday was too drunk to walk, Man High carried her to his car. Min Trang stood nearby filming the scene. She smirked. "So sweet, so affectionate, aren't they?"
Min Chang Sai To Mạnh Ninh.
Man Nin, you go home first. I still have some errands to run. But you said you'd take me home. Just take a taxi home. See you tomorrow, you little one. Asterisk, she dragged me along and now she's leaving me to go home on my own. How annoying. Asterisk, Min Trang got into the car and called Luke Tan. Luke Tan saw an unfamiliar number but answered anyway, fearing it might be related to company business. Hello.
Hi Thanh, it's Min Chang. Làm touche friend.
I need to see you right now. If it's something, you can just say it over the phone. No, I have something important to tell you in person. It's about Lam Tuesday and Man Hai. Hearing Trang mention his wife, Luke Tan immediately agreed. Okay. Text me the address. Min Trang smirked as she sent the address to Luke Tan. Then she fixed her hair, put on more lipstick, and touched up her blush. Her eyes revealed her insincerity. Asterisk, my chance has come. I must seize this opportunity firmly. As Luke Tan drove out, Man Hai's car arrived. Lam Tuesday was asleep in the passenger seat. Man Hai was about to steal a kiss when Quoc Dat arrived, looking for Luke Tan. Noticing someone was there, Man Hai stopped his advance. Quoc Dat walked over and knocked on Man Hai's car window. Man Hai rolled down the window and said, I'm taking Lam Tuesday home. She's drunk and sleeping. Seeing Lam Tuesday drunk in Man Hai's car, he immediately opened the car door and carried her out. He also issued a warning.
Mạnh Hải, let me remind you. Làm tu es Luke Tan Schwai.
If you intentionally pursue her, Luke Tan will kill you. You should give up your ridiculous ideas. Man Hai resentfully retorted. You say that as if you aren't holding Lam Tuesday in your arms. I'm not like you. I treat Tan as my close brother, and in my eyes, Tuesday is my sister-in-law. I have no ulterior motives towards my sister-in-law. But what about you? Knowing she's married and still clinging to her. You're a despicable, lowly man. Quoc Dat, how dare you talk to me like that? Why wouldn't I dare? What am I afraid of that I wouldn't dare say? Man Hai, just you wait, you're not done with me yet. Quoc Dat took Lam Tuesday into the house to lie down on the sofa. Then he called Luke Tan. Hello, Luke Tan, you should check the security camera when you get home. If I hadn't arrived in time, someone might have taken advantage of Lam Tuesday. Thank you. I won't forget your kindness. It's good you know that. Get home soon. Don't make me watch your wife for too long. I'll be home soon and keep an eye on things for you. Rest assured. Luke Tan arrived at the address Min Trang sent. Min Trang was waiting for him at a lover's cafe. Seeing him, she stood up and happily greeted him. You're here. Please sit down. Luke Tan maintained a cold expression. Get to the point. Let's have a drink while we talk. Hurry up. My wife is waiting for me at home. I don't have time to sit and drink with you. Min Trang showed Luke Tan the photos she took of Lam Tuesday and Man Hai, handing them to him. Look at these pictures. Lam Tuesday has betrayed you. She's seeing Man Hai now. All day at the office, the two of them are all over each other. Sickening to watch. So I took some pictures for you to see. To be honest, I hate people who are married and cheat outside. Even though she's my friend, I can't defend her this time.
Mạnh Hải Frau Wen.
Was it you, Min Trang, who took these pictures? Yes. I felt injustice for you. You're so good. Yet Lam Tuesday doesn't appreciate you. Don't overthink it. There are many better people than Tuesday. Luke Tan smirked, asking, So, Min Trang, what's your purpose for showing me these photos? Min Trang immediately replied, Actually, I've admired you for a long time. Now, seeing you being deceived by Lam Tuesday, I can't stand it. I can't sit still and watch Lam Tuesday treat you like this. I want you to have a happy, joyful life. And then what? Min Trang boldly expressed her feelings for Luke Tan. If she's not good to you, then let me be good to you, okay? Luke Tan looked at Min Trang with contempt. Was it you, Min Trang? Yes, it's me. I like you very much. I've liked you for a long time. I'm currently single. I only like you. I'll be a good woman by your side, caring for you and liking only you. Would you like to be my special man? Min Trang seized the opportunity to express her feelings to Luke Tan. She thought that after seeing the pictures she took, Tan would misunderstand Lamb Tuesday. That way, she would have the opportunity to replace Lamb Tuesday. But Tan gave an answer that made Min Trang's face stiffen. Are you trying to drive a wedge between my wife and me? Unfortunately, you're not good enough. Min Trang frantically asked Luke Tan. Even if Lamb Tuesday has someone else, you'll still stay with her. My wife's and my affairs are none of your business. I thought you were my wife's best friend. Why are you betraying your best friend like this? In other words, my wife is blind to be friends with someone like you, a despicable, fake person. Luke Tan, I'm just trying to be good to you. That's why I told you. If you don't believe me, and even say such harsh things, with that personality, no wonder you're being cheated on.
Luke Tan galak at Min Trang.
Shut your mouth. Do you think you can break up me and Tuesday with just these pictures of yours? I trust my wife. I'll investigate what you just said. If I find out that you fabricated and slandered my wife, you're dead to me. Min Trang felt uneasy but still stubbornly argued. If that's what you're going to say, then I have nothing more to say to you. Min Trang listened clearly. If you touch even a strand of hair on my wife's leg, you'll have a very miserable end. I've warned you, think about it yourself. After speaking, Luke Tan stood up, but Min Trang still insisted. What's so good about Lamb Tuesday? She's a jealous, possessive, selfish, petty and crazy woman. She scolds and hits you like a dog. She doesn't deserve you. Why do you keep choosing to be with her? Because she doesn't betray friends, and she doesn't try to steal her friend's husband like you. Looking at you, I just feel disgusted. Don't ever appear in front of me again. Tan walked straight out. The things Min Trang did only made Luke Tan despise her more. He always trusted his wife, but seeing his wife have such a despicable best friend, he could only sigh in dismay. Luke Tan returned home, finding Lamb Tuesday lying on the sofa, with Kwok Dat watching TV. Seeing Luke Tan return, he said, "You're back? Is your wife drunk?" "Yeah. I don't know how many glasses she drank to get so drunk. She gets drunk after half a glass. It must have been Min Trang forcing her." "So you saw everything?" "I just arrived and saw that man Hai was puckering up his lips, trying to kiss your wife. I warned him, you should check the camera. You'll see that bastard daring to mess with my wife. Check the security camera for me, see what his company's name is, and then find a way to buy it for me. I've already investigated it for you. Tell me." "It's an electronics company that opened 2 months ago with a registered capital of nearly 10 billion. Find a way to buy it for me. Also, before you take over, give that guy a surprise lesson." "I know. I've already prepared it, ensuring he'll remember it for life." "Thank you today. Why are you being so polite? When I had an accident, you saved me and my whole family. So what is helping you with these small matters?" "Friends." "Yeah, friends. Okay, I'm going home. No need for me to take care of your wife anymore. See you tomorrow." "Okay." Tan carried Lamb Tuesday to the bedroom, helped her change clothes, and then cooked hangover soup for her to drink. When she opened her eyes, she saw him lying beside her. He was staring at her, startling her. "You finally woke up. I told you not to drink, but you still drank and got yourself so drunk that you didn't know anything." "I didn't want to drink." Why? "Ah, it's nothing. Because Min Trang pressured you, right? How did you know? Your eyes for people are too terrible. Why are you friends with such a terrible person?" "What do you mean? Tell me clearly." "She set up a meeting with me. She showed me the photos she secretly took of you and Man Hai. She said all sorts of bad things about you, and that you cheated on me, and she was even willing to be by my side instead of you." "What? Why would she do that?" Because she likes your husband. Silly girl. Min Trang pushed you to man high. Then she tried to approach me, seduce me. It seems she's been preparing for her plan for a long time. Lam Tuesday sighed, feeling frustrated. We've been friends for so many years. Such close friends. So why would Min Trang do this? People's hearts are unpredictable, my dear. Lam Tuesday curiously asked Luke Tan. So when Min Trang seduced you, what did you say? Of course she didn't even get to touch my hand. Of course what? Tell me quickly. Of course I rejected her, and I even scolded her on your behalf. Honestly, she's not even worth a strand of your hair. How could I ever pay attention to her? She looked at him and smiled. Can I believe that? Of course you can. Who else would you believe if you don't believe your husband? Tan hugged her and said, Wife, take a break from work tomorrow. Okay? Those people aren't good. Don't work there anymore and don't be friends with those bad friends anymore. Okay? Yes, from now on, I'll listen to you completely. Great. Come work for my company. I'd be embarrassed. Luke Tan said with a straight face, It's reasonable for you to work at your husband's company. You can work and earn money, and also keep an eye on your husband. Look at me looking so delicious. If you don't keep a close watch, you'll lose me. So you're still flirting with girls behind my back, right? No, I wouldn't dare. Besides you, I wouldn't dare to flirt with anyone else. Don't misunderstand me like that. I'm bringing you to my company, and you don't fear that I would be tired from you controlling me? I'm not afraid now, because we're very happy now. No misunderstandings, no distance, no problems. We only have love now. His eyes looked at her warmly, and she took the initiative to kiss him. Luke Tan, I love you. I love you too. The two shared a sweet, passionate kiss. Her cheeks flushed. She was pinned under him. Her clothes were stripped off, and then the two made passionate love. The next morning, Min Trang arrived at the company, but she didn't see Lam Tuesday or Man Hai. She thought to herself, did Man Hai take Lam Tuesday to a hotel last night? Lam Tuesday was so drunk last night, she wouldn't have been able to resist if he took her to a hotel. Could they have really gone to a hotel last night? But why haven't they come to work yet? Min Trang sat there smugly smiling when Man Nin walked in with a sad, frustrated expression.
Min Trang imeditan asket, Man Nin, what's wrong?
I'm just a little tired. Where's Man Hai? Didn't see him come to work? Or did he go out last night and hasn't come back? He had a car accident, broke his legs and arms, and is in the hospital. I just brought some things to the hospital for him.
Min Trang stay at Man Nin with wide eyes.
What? When did that happen? 12 p.m. last night. And the reason? We still don't know why, because the cameras around there were all broken. The police checked and concluded that he was drunk, drove, and caused the accident. Luckily, he only injured himself, didn't hurt anyone else, or we wouldn't be able to afford the compensation. Oh my, but Hai wasn't drunk. The police checked his blood alcohol content and concluded that's why. What a streak of bad luck. Now he broke his legs and arms and got head injuries too, so unlucky. I'm sorry. Take care of your brother. Now that Man Hai is in the hospital, what about the company? Man Nin sighed and said, just after Hai had the accident, our company's customers started canceling contracts one after another this morning, stopping their cooperation with us. You don't have to come to work for the time being. I just told Lam Tuesday to take time off, so not sure the situation is like. We'll temporarily close and rest for a while, and then reassess in a month. Min Trang shockingly said, What? You said the company is temporarily closing for a month? Now that customers are canceling all their contracts, there's nothing to do anyway. Just pack up your things and go home to rest. Oh my, how could the storm come so quickly? What about the goods that we're currently producing? I already informed the production side to stop. The company's last bit of capital will be used to pay everyone's salaries, and then it'll be all gone. go to HR to get your salary, then go home to rest.
Mạnh Ninh đét phòn đèn ét lai.
Stepping outside, Min Trang was still reeling from the shock. How could things have turned out this way? Overnight, she had become unemployed, as if some powerful force was orchestrating everything against her. Determined, Min Trang went home to prepare her application and headed to Luke Tan's company to apply. However, the moment she appeared, the security guard stopped her.
Are you Min Trang?
He asked. Yes, that's me. Do you know me, sir? President Luke has issued a strict order prohibiting Ms. Min Trang from entering the premises. I'm afraid I have to ask you to leave. What? Min Trang exclaimed. President Luke is Luke Tan? Why would he ban me? I saw the company's job posting and came for an interview. We've received the instructions and are simply following them. Please, Ms. Min Trang, you need to leave so we can get back to work. Min Trang was indignant. How can this be? I'm an acquaintance of his. There must be some mistake. The security guard then showed Min Trang the official announcement on his phone. President Luke has clearly stated that both Ms. Min Trang and Ms. Tan Nak are forbidden from entering the company. It's crystal clear, there's no mistake. You should leave now because Luke Corporation will never hire you. Don't bother applying, it's a waste of your time. Min Trang was furious, but the announcement was undeniable. Helpless, she grabbed her phone and called Lam Tuesday.
Luke Tan answer.
Are you still shamelessly calling my wife? He snapped. Luke Tan, I don't understand why you issued a ban. What did I do wrong?
Min Trang Palik.
Are you truly that clueless? Is your head just for show? Are you only using it to increase your height? Min Trang, I warned you, if you so much as touch a hair on my wife's head, I will make your life a living hell. You better stay away from her while you still can. Luke Tan, how could you? Could Man Hai's accident be related to you? Think carefully before you speak, or I'll throw you in jail for slander. He coldly hung up.
Min Trang was utterly devastated.
Her suspicions were correct. Luke Tan was retaliating against her and Man Hai for messing with Lam Tuesday. She trembled, realizing that he was far more ruthless than she had imagined, capable of crushing everything in a single night. She couldn't afford to cross someone like him, or she might end up in an even worse situation than Man Hai. Staggering out, Min Trang didn't dare look back. Meanwhile, Luke Tan was leisurely sipping coffee in his office. It was his wife's first day working at the company, and he had arranged for her to be in the advertising department so he could keep an eye on her. He had even instructed Kwok Dat to install cameras in the advertising room so he could watch her work during his breaks. Kwok Dat entered with some documents and noticed that Luke Tan was glued to his computer screen, watching his wife instead of working. He sighed wearily. Luke Tan, you're becoming increasingly perverted. Let your wife work in peace. Aren't you afraid of making her uncomfortable by constantly watching her? Perverted, you say? What would a single guy like you know? This is called love. Love? More like obsession. I think you're becoming a creep. Your wife used to keep tabs on you and control you. Now that she doesn't do that anymore, you're taking her place. I don't know what to say to you anymore. Luke Tan took another sip of his coffee and said, Now I understand. She controlled me so much because she loved me. She was afraid of losing me. Isn't she adorable? I'm glad I realized it sooner, or I might have lost her. I'm so lucky. Kwok Dat sighed, at a complete loss for words. Luke Tan, you're seriously ill. You need to go to the hospital. My wife is the only cure I need. Don't worry about me. What about your grandfather? Has he been giving you trouble since that day? I haven't heard from him. He seemed sad after he hit me. I know he can be harsh, but he loves me. I'm his only grandson. One day he'll accept Lam Tuesday. Good. What about Tan Nak? Is she still bothering you? I haven't seen her in a week. I've informed security not to let her in. She's a cunning woman. She won't give up easily. You should be careful. I know. Don't worry. Nothing will happen to me or my wife. I'm just saying be careful. Why aren't you more like my dad?
ลูกทันโยเกอร์
If your dad heard you say that he'd kill me, be careful what you say. I'm just teasing. Don't get so worked up. Now get to work. There's a pile of documents on your desk waiting for you. Hold on. I'm busy admiring my wife. You two are truly something else. First your wife, now you. You're becoming more and more alike. A week after Luke Tan cut off their partnership and severed all ties, Tan Nak couldn't take it anymore. She went to see Ong Hung to complain. Grandfather, how can Luke Tan treat me like this? I only wanted what was best for him. You have to do something. Are you just going to let Luke Tan be ruined under his leadership?
องฮุงไซ
Tan is not a child. I cannot force him to do as I wish. But because of Lamb Tuesday, MH ceased cooperation with Lamb Corporation. A big loss for Luke Corporation, and it has affected the family's friendship. I cannot bear to watch Luke Corporation going downhill.
ทันงอกไซ
What is he going to do? We cannot possibly force Luke Tan to do as we wish. He is already all grown up. Give up, Tan Nak. Seek a man who is your equal. Luke Tan does not like you. Even if you forced yourself to be with him, you would be unhappy. After so much trying, it still fails. Luke Tan is not someone to be easily seduced.
ทันงอกสตูเบิร์นตงองฮุงเรรังฟักลำตูดานอกดีเซอร์ลูกทัน
If Luke Tan remains with Lamb Tuesday, it is only a matter of time before Luke Corporation goes bankrupt. Focus your efforts on changing the situation for the sake of Luke Corporation.
องฮุงอังเกลียวอักทันงอกซีเลนเซอร์
Who allowed you to say such a thing? Do you think Luke Tan is so useless? How dare you say that Luke Corporation will go bankrupt? How rash. But realistically, Luke Corporation has just incurred a loss of nearly 100 billion, grandfather. That is no small number. Earning 100 billion. Stop it. Luke Tan had valid reasons for cutting ties with you. Do not think that just because I am an old man at home I know nothing. You are deliberately trying to sabotage the marriage of the two of them. You hope that they divorce to allow you to take the position. You also openly challenged Lamb Tuesday, resulting in Lamb Tuesday crashing her car in the middle of the night. It is all this what prompted Luke Tan to end cooperation with you. I did not say all this so far because I respect the ties between our families and the respect I have for your grandfather, but do not think you are allowed to simply do as you please. Stop using Luke Corporation as a means to attack and criticize, or I will no longer tolerate this. When Tan Nak saw that Ong Hung was angry, she lowered her tone. She tried to please Ong Hung. Grandfather, I truly care for Ong Tan, but I am very worried for him that he is with such an inferior woman. I only wish for what is best for him, and what is best for both the House of Luke and the House of Lamb, grandfather. Try to imagine this. How much better would it be if Luke Tan was with me? How could it possibly get better than Luke Corporation and Lamb Corporation joining hands to work together? Now, can you try and think of a solution so that Luke Tan can divorce Lamb Tuesday? This way, you can finally show your face to the others. Ong Hung drank his cup of tea before saying, however well-intentioned you are, Luke Tan would not leave Lamb Tuesday and be with you. Snap out of it. Naturally, I want Luke T to develop better, but as Luke Tan disagrees, there is nothing that I can do. I hope you will try to understand the old me. Tan Nak still stubbornly refused to relent. She purposely said, Ong Hung, if you say Luke Tan is not going to listen, then can you consider other solutions instead? You can meet Lamb Tuesday and request that she divorce Luke Tan. With the strength of your weight, she would certainly agree to it. Ong Hung shook his head and said, enough of that. Luke Tan will not forgive anyone who dares mess with Lamb Tuesday. Do not be stupid to walk right into it, or you will need to face the consequences for it. I am not afraid. Grandfather, do not be afraid. Think about the future of Luke T. If you cannot protect Luke T, you will regret it afterwards. I am old now, and I do not have much time left to live. I can barely take care of myself as it is. How could I possibly worry about Luke T? Now Luke Tan is the manager of Luke T. He is the one responsible. The old me is nearing death. How would I possibly take care of all these matters? Grandfather will never ever see Luke T going down. Ong Hung said as such but looked forward to seeing Luke T develop further. Luke T has never gone down. Luke Tan said that within 2 years, he would earn back the 100 billion losses from before. I believe that he will be able to accomplish that. Aside from that matter, there are no other problems. If you are still stubbornly refusing to let go, the one that will be at the losing end will be you. Having said that, Ong Hung stood up and went to his room. Tan Nok was so angry she wanted to hit someone, but she was saying as much as possible, but Ong Hung was not listening at all. So she left in a huff. Having returned to her car, she resentfully thought that now that Ong Hung was no longer on her side, she was only left to fight this battle on her own. So what if it was only her? She was not scared at all. Tan Nok clenched her hands in a fist. Lamb Tuesday, I do not believe I cannot win. I am a person like no other, and I will surely step you beneath my feet and allow you to never be able to raise your head up forever. Tan Nok took out her phone and called one of her bad-tempered, addicted friends. Hello, Tan Nok here. Let's meet up. Oh, what bad wind has blown you to call me? Is it worth it to you? Are you meeting or not? Of course. Send me your address. Tan Nok sat at the cafe waiting for her addict friend. A while later, her friend came into view. His name was Trung, a classmate that shared a class with Tan Nok from a long time ago. The family had quite a lot, but Trung got addicted to drugs. Aware that Trung needs money to pay for his medicine, Tan Nok looked for Trung. Trung went towards Tan Nok before asking, "Hi there. Beauty, you want to meet for something? You need money for your medicines, right? I will give you." As soon as he heard that, his eyes shone brightly. Of course, I am always going to be needing money. If you need me to help with something, just say it. I need you to deal with someone. Who is it? Tan Nok took out the picture of Lamb Tuesday and said, "This is Lamb Tuesday, Luke Tana's wife." Trung frowned and said, "How would I possibly dare do something to Luke's wife? Are you kidding me? Are you scared then? I can give you more money and sort it out cleanly and safely." Tan Nok placed a big stack of money on the table. Trung took it and said, "I understand. Now just wait for my good news to arrive. Do it safely and swiftly. Do not let anyone know of it." Understood, understood. I am going now. Okay, go now. Trung took the money and went away.
Thanh Ngọc Smile Dangaroon.
Lamb Tuesday, if I am not able to obtain what I want, I will destroy everything and destroy your life. Lamb Tuesday was at her desk working when she received a phone call. Seeing that it was Man Nin who called her, she accepted the call. As Man Nin was her friend, there was no need for her to get angry at Man Nin when she was angry with Man Hai and Min Trang. In the matters of her, Man Nin did nothing wrong. "Hello, Lamb Tuesday there, when you are free, can you come visit my brother? He said he has been wanting to see you. If you are free, can you please come? Thank you." "It is nothing at all, there is no need to be so polite. I am going back to work. In the evening I will come." "Okay, you get back to work." In the evening, Lamb Tuesday told Luke Tan to go home and cook. She said that she had to go attend to some matters before going home. "Where are you going? I will drive you there." Lamb Tuesday did not tell on that she was going to visit Man Hai at the hospital, as she was sure that he would not allow her to go anywhere. So she told a lie. "Okay, you just go back home and cook and wait for me. I am only going for a while and I will be back quickly. Okay?" She stroked his chin as unhappily nodded his head. "Okay. Come back early. I will wait for you at home." Okay. Lamb Tuesday bought a basket of fruits and went to visit Man Hai at the hospital. Man Nin welcomed her at the gates of the hospital. "Lamb Tuesday, I am here."
Man Nin, how is Man Hai?
"He is not doing too well. He asked for me to call you and have you come." "Okay. Let's go visit him."
Man Linh vui đét lâm tuệ into Man Hai's work.
He then left the room to allow Lamb Tuesday and Man Hai to speak to each other. Lamb Tuesday placed the basket of fruits on the table and asked, "Man Hai, are you better now? As soon as Man Hai saw Lamb Tuesday, he happily said, "Lamb Tuesday, you have finally come. What were you doing to have an accident like that?" "I was just planning on driving."
Mạnh Hải replit, "You think it is lục thành avenging me?"
"I was driving on the road when the accident just appeared out of nowhere. It was as if someone had planned it all along. Since arriving at the hospital, my company has been encountering problems. Now there is some big person trying to buy my company. I suspect that it is Luke Tan doing all this." "You are saying that Tan is avenging you? Why can that possibly be?" Man Hai paused before admitting, "I have not done anything to you. That day you were drinking that day with Min Trang. I only sent you home and I have not done anything. I only planned to kiss you and Kwok Dat showed up on time and I was unable to do anything. Tan decided to retaliate me right then." Lamb Tuesday sighed before saying, "Let me tell this to Luke Tan. You do not believe me? Tan is really harming me. Look at me now, my hands and feet are broken. How could I possibly be saying false things? You should ask Luke Tan. It is right for him to pay for my damages." MH Hai was very scared of Luke Tan. Now, when he heard Lamb Tuesday say such things, he quickly said, "It is okay. I do not need Tan to repay me for anything. Why would that be? You are heavily injured. I am begging you. I only need Luke Tan to leave me with a road to live by. If you are thinking for me, then please tell Luke Tan to let me go. I can continue my work. Truth be told, now that the company is going bankrupt, I am under a lot of stress. It is all just my desires. Having to shut down my company in this way, I am just pained." Lamb Tuesday agreed with a nod. She promised Man Hai, "Okay, I will talk to him. You can rest assured and recover well. Your company will soon start working again." Man Hai said happily, "Thanks for everything, Lamb Tuesday. If there was anything I did previously that made you unhappy, can you please forgive me? Do not say such things. I have always seen you as my brother and previously there was never anything so serious that had happened, so we can just let it go." "Okay, thanks." Man Nin came in. Seeing that Man Hai and Lamb Tuesday were chatting to each other very happily, he was very happy. He breathed a sigh of relief. "Lamb Tuesday, let's go for dinner." Lamb Tuesday said that she had to go home now to eat dinner with her husband and that they could go another time. Man Nin replied with, "Now Luke Tan has become unexpectedly different. In the past, he would not come home to eat dinner with you at least once a month. Now he is always coming home early to cook dinner for you. It is truly something." Lamb Tuesday scratched her head before asking, "Man Nin, do you think it is better now?" "Of course it is better. You have all become so different and I have been very surprised, but you must be happy now with the choices that you have made?" Lamb Tuesday nodded and admitted, "In the past I did not know, but I am very happy now." "Okay, that is good then. I am going now, another time I will visit." "Okay, return carefully." Lamb Tuesday went out the gates. She waved for a taxi and a taxi approached her. She opened the door and said, "Drive me to Street A." "Okay." As the car drove for a while, Lamb Tuesday felt sleepy and her eyes became shut. It was only 7 p.m. Why could she possibly be so sleepy? She tried to open her eyes, but they remained shut. Soon after seeing that Lamb Thuyet had fallen asleep, the taxi driver picked up his phone and called someone. "She has been drugged. Hurry and move her out. Remember to throw her phone away." "I understand." The taxi driver stopped the car and looted Lamb Tuesday's bag, took her phone and tossed it outside. The phone was trampled upon by the other cars on the road. The driver was actually Trung and Tan Nok's underling. Tan Nok gave him a big sum of money to injure Lamb Tuesday. They were hoping that because Lamb Tuesday had been drugged, it would take her a long time to wake up. But just a few minutes later, Lamb Tuesday started waking up. She sat up straight and anxiously asked the driver, "Hey, where are you taking me? Why are we not on the path to Street A?" When Trung saw that Lamb Tuesday had woken up, he angrily said, "Damn it! Why has she woken up already? I have already used such a big amount of drugs. Lamb Tuesday understood that she was being kidnapped and she shouted out loud, "You are kidnapping me. Who are you? Release me now. You can sit still now. If not, you will die a very painful death." "You idiot. Do you think I am afraid of death? If you want me to die, you must show me what you have got. You little dog. Are you going to shut your mouth? I am going to slash you to death right now." Trung was driving the car while threatening Lamb Tuesday. But Lamb Tuesday was very tough. She did not fear Dong's threats at all. She shouted out, "You are kidnapping people by driving only by yourself. Today is your unlucky day. Let's see if it is me or you who is going to die first. Are you going to shut your mouth or not?" Lamb Tuesday took off. Here's the translation and rewrite, with a touch of interpretive flair. Her high heels rained down blows on Trung's face. He was trapped in the driver's seat, struggling to control the car. Lamb Tuesday, with the advantage of being in the back, relentlessly hammered at his head with her shoe. "You dared kidnap me. I'll beat you to death. Beat you to death." Just as she was about to deliver another painful blow, Trung, desperate, brandished a knife in her direction. "You better stop right now, or I'll stab you." Lamb Tuesday, quick thinking, pulled a perfume bottle from her purse and sprayed it directly into Trung's face. The spray hit his eyes, causing him to recoil in stinging pain. His face contorted. Lamb Tuesday seized the opportunity and repeatedly slammed the perfume bottle against his head, disorienting him further. With his eyes burning and his head swimming, Trung lost control, veering wildly across the road. The car careened onto the sidewalk and smashed head-on into a large tree. Crash! When Lamb Tuesday opened her eyes, she found herself in a hospital bed, her entire body aching, so sore she could barely move. Her head was heavily bandaged. As she regained consciousness, Luke Tan, overjoyed, asked, "Wife, you're awake. How do you feel? Is anything bothering you? My head hurts so much. Am I still alive? I thought I was dead." "Wife, don't say that. You're safe and sound. You just have some injuries. Rest for a few days and you'll be fine, so don't worry."
Lâm Tuệ Frauen, questioning Luke Tan.
"Luke Tan, did you just call me wife?" "Wife, you are my wife. I'm talking to you." She frowned deeper, asking him, "Since when have you been so affectionate with me? Am I hearing things?" "Wife, what's wrong? Why are you talking to me so coldly?" "Talking coldly? Why does my head hurt so much?" Lamb Tuesday clutched her head in pain, wincing.
Luke Tan panic.
"Your head hurts? I'll call the doctor. Just wait here a moment." And with that, he hurried off to find a doctor. It was then that Lamb Tuesday began to regain her composure. The second head trauma from the accident had unlocked her memories. A year's worth of forgotten events flooded back with stark clarity. So when she heard Luke Tan's concern, she felt a strange unfamiliarity. In her recovered memories, she recalled Luke Tan handing her divorce papers. They'd had a bitter argument before he stormed out. Later, while driving, she'd seen Tan Nak's taunting messages and impulsively gone after them, leading to the accident. After the doctor examined her and administered medication, Lamb Tuesday turned to Luke Tan as he returned. "Luke Tan, did you want a divorce?" Hearing her words, he hesitated before responding, "Wife, you remember everything, don't you?" "Yes, I remember why I had the accident a month ago. That night, you threw the divorce papers in my face, demanded that I sign them, and then you left me alone at home. Around midnight, I received messages from Tan Nak, and I drove off to find you both. I crashed on Not Tan Bridge." Luke Tan took Lamb Tuesday's hand and said, "It's good that you remember. Now you won't have to keep wondering about that year. We're so happy together now, aren't we?" He leaned in to kiss Lamb Tuesday's forehead, but she sighed and said, "But our year of marriage wasn't happy. I don't have the faith to start over with you. It's true that I've been happy with you for the past month, but that's only because I had amnesia. Now I just feel anxious and uncertain." Turning her face away, she became even more reserved. Luke Tan, still holding her hand, said with conviction, "Wife, I understand. You just remembered everything, so of course you're feeling anxious. But I'm asking you to trust me one more time. Let me prove to you that getting back together is the best decision we'll ever make. Give me one more chance to make it up to you, Lamb Tuesday, please." Hearing the sincerity in Luke Tana's words, she was moved and asked, "Aren't you afraid? Afraid that I'll be too jealous? That I'll ruin everything you have?" "No, I'm not afraid. I know we went through a lot of unhappiness in the past year. I was cold and uncaring. You were overly jealous. We were both at fault, and we didn't know how to love each other. But now I know how to cherish you. I'll love you, take care of you, so that you won't regret giving me another chance. Will you give me that chance? A chance for both of us?" Lamb Tuesday grabbed Luke Tana's collar and said, "Luke Tan, listen carefully. You have one last chance. If you don't want to be controlled again, leave now. Go quickly. But I actually like being controlled by you. Please control me tightly from now on." "You want to be controlled? Why?" "Because I love you. Do you love me? Do you want to start over with me?" She hesitated. "But you know I'm anxious and uncertain. Just trust me one more time. I promise you won't be disappointed." "Okay." Luke Tan kissed Lamb Tuesday on the forehead, and she smiled back at him. The two leaned in close and kissed. Kwok Dat walked in, seeing Luke Tan and Lamb Tuesday kissing. Kwok Dat said, "Oh my, you too. This is a hospital. Be a little patient. Wait until you get home to be intimate." Luke Tan released Lamb Tuesday and asked if that guy was awake. "He's awake. The police just came to take a statement." He confessed that Tan Nok hired him to harm Lamb Tuesday. "The police will catch Tan Nok soon." "Good, Nok will have to pay. My father knew about this, he was so shocked. He believed in her so much and had so much hope for her." Then Kwok Dat said to Lamb Tuesday, "Sister-in-law, luckily Tan came in time and took you out. The car then caught fire. 1 minute slower and it's impossible to save you. So terrible." Lamb Tuesday was very touched. She hesitated and asked, "Luke Tan, how did you know I was kidnapped and chase after me?" Luke Tan scratched his head and said, "I'll tell you, but don't be mad at me. Go ahead and tell me. Actually, I installed a GPS tracker in your handbag. When I called you, I saw the subscriber couldn't be reached. I checked the GPS and went to find you. Fortunately, I found you right away. If anything happened to you, how could I live?" Lamb Tuesday and Kwok Dat looked at Luke Tan with confused eyes. Kwok Dat asked, "Luke Tan installed GPS in Lamb Tuesday's handbag?" "Yes, there's one on the phone too." Dat widened his eyes in surprise. "Luke Tan, now that I'm back to normal, is it your turn to be perverted? You're becoming more and more like Lamb Tuesday in the old days." Luke Tan scratched his head and said, "I love my wife. I worry about her. You two are so strange. First the wife, then the husband. Really, I can't understand." "How can you understand? That's called adapting to the environment. I changed to suit my wife. You're so slow. That's why you still don't have a girlfriend." Kwok Dat sighed powerlessly. With Lamb Tuesday, she smiled brightly. Unexpectedly, Luke Tan changed so much. Like her in the old days, jealous and controlling, installing GPS trackers everywhere. But now it's different than before. Because now she and he love each other and build a happy family together. Tan Nok was arrested by the police. She panicked and ran away but was caught immediately because of her selfishness and narrow-mindedness. Nok ruined herself. Lamb T group of her parents was also made to falter by her. Lamb Tuesday was discharged from the hospital. Man Nin came to pick her up. Tan went to do the discharge procedures while waiting for Man Nin to sit down to eat fruit for Lamb Tuesday. She saw Min Trang standing hesitating outside her hospital room. She called Min Trang here. Trang went in. She said, "Lamb Tuesday, are you well yet?" "I'm fine, waiting to go home." "Great, come sit and eat fruit." Min Trang hesitated and didn't dare to come close. Man Nin Din said, Min Trang, come here and sit down quickly. Okay. Min Jong sat down. She felt ashamed and embarrassed, not daring to look at Lam Tuesday. Her face was downcast and didn't dare to look at anyone. Man Nin immediately said, Min Trang, what do you want to say to Lam Tuesday? Just say it. At this time, Min Trang said softly, Lam Tuesday, I know I was wrong. I apologize to you. Forgive me. Okay? At that time I was so foolish. I made a serious mistake. I regret it so much. Forgive me. Lam Tuesday nodded and said, Yes, I forgive you. Remember, never make a mistake again.
Min Trang nốt đét repeat then.
I remember, I'm so scared of making a mistake I'm old. I don't dare anymore. Yes, it's good to be scared. Later live honestly to make up for it. Understand? I understand. Thank you so much. Man Din put his arm around his best friend and said, If the two of you are back to normal, I'm very happy to celebrate the friendship of the three of us. From now on I'll order a special banquet at the restaurant. We will go there to celebrate each other. What do you two think? Okay, we'll come. Luke Tan went in from the outside and glared at Man Nin. You stole my wife to eat. Did you ask me for permission? Man Nin said hurriedly, Of course I have to ask you for permission. I want to invite you to come to thank you, so that Man Hai's company can reopen for business. Thanks to your care, my brother and I overcame the crisis. Tonight you go with us.
Luke Tan smiled.
It's okay because I have a wife, I only accepted it. Yes, I know. Luke Tan went to hold Lam Tuesday's hand and said, Wife, let's go home. Yes. Man Nin took Min Trang's hand. Let's go home. Do you need me to take you home? Min Trang hesitated and said, Go ahead. Lam Tuesday and Luke Tan held hands. After the ups and downs, thinking the two would get lost, love was broken, but the two came back together again. Holding hands tightly together, love is full of happiness. Tan Nak was arrested by the police. She panicked and ran away but was caught immediately because of her selfishness and narrow-mindedness. Nak ruined herself. Lam T group of her parents was also made to falter by her. And just like that, the color red, once the color of jealousy and blood, became the color of their new beginning. If you ever cried for Lam Tuesday, raged at Tan Nak and Min Trang, or felt your heart explode the moment Luke Tan finally dropped to his knees, please don't keep those feelings to yourself. Leave a heart, a comment, or share the story with someone who has loved so fiercely it scared even them. I'm dying to know. Which scene made you cry? Which made you scream? Which made you believe love is still worth every scar? There are so many more red-hot stories waiting. Don't miss them. Follow for the next one heart suit. Thank you for walking through the fire of jealousy and back into love with Lam Tuesday and Luke Tan. See you in the next Crimson Tale.